Okay, buttons hit. Sorry, I'm mid-stretching my shoulders. We've been sitting here for a second. Hello! Welcome back to the Singularity War. It exists and has a thumbnail. I remembered to post the AP today. Anyway, before we get into the mix,
I'm dying.
like he's dying, as he dies, as he perishes,
Goodbye, world.
I would like to thank our patrons. Sorry, I suddenly had to burp there. Okay, better before I start the list than while I'm starting the list. Okay, anyway, patrons, like Avatar Black OG, Call Me Zed, Carlos, Dragon, Flight Iceberg, Jeremy Vasquez, JDV9000, Just the Fae, Jonathan Sandoval, Starlight, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rise of Kenji, Rogue Robin, Charvor, Sean Pryor, some guy named Bob, Varen the Crow. Thank you very much for your support, patrons. If you want to support us, go to Patreon. Links below. Okay. All right. So, we didn't really leave off anywhere, a particular. Just you did the the gerb. You got paid. And then everybody immediately, I think, went their own different ways to go spend all their money.
Yes.
Oh, we got money.
Proper,
how much money?
$750. $250 of that is thanks to yours truly, fucking literally scaring the shit out of some dudes. You're welcome.
Yelly.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So, like I said, I assume that means that everybody, got paid, gave the thumbs up, and was like, "All right, cool, break to go shopping." And of course, you can purchase any non-restricted items from normal vendors without needing to haggle, as long as they are not like really high rarity, like a 6 or something.
I believe everything I bought was
how the rarity marketing would work.
I think I still need 500 more to get what I was saving up for.
Well, you do have more work waiting, so
because I have 1,500 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
if you guys are all in order, we can and got all your purchases, we can then move on to stuff because
yes.
You had a couple lines on some other gerbs to get out there.
Keep going.
And also, last time for the first time, I put a little note out where roughly figuring out, I think, what kind of neighborhood Wolf lives in, which will be important to one of the jobs because Wolf wants to get back to his contact there.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. I need to get that other document because I did not grab that NPC's name and put it in my current notes. Let me start opening that tab. But basically, in a segment that will appear in fluff text later, but in Little Rajawan, which is an alternate. I decided to actually be a compact editor, and I removed some asides, but Rajaman is a more modern spelling of Rashomon, with like more modernly accurate kanji. And while it has not been exactly discussed, if we wanted to, like centralize ourselves a little, I also think that that's not why I intentionally wrote this. This would make a good neighborhood for Odin to now be settled in with his, little like office below, walk up apartment above kind of a thing. But if you don't want to be in Little Rajaman, we can figure out somewhere else that you live later. Anyway, as we stare into the deafening darkness, it would also be remiss of me to not say, because it came up at the end of last session, which just got posted today. Oh, I probably should have done something smart about that. Anyway, today physically is Axe's birthday, so happy birthday, Axe.
Hi, thanks.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I probably should have put a note in the video, because then if, you say it at the end, so maybe people will catch it, but I just realized
Happy birthday
today.
Thanks, Peanut Gallery Ghost.
It's a hungry ghost, I guess.
Law appears.
Sounded like he had a piece of toast in his mouth or something. Anyway, sorry, I did make a big deal of it, but I was like, wait, I wanted to say that on air. Anyway. Okay, sorry.
Omega, can I say something?
Sure.
There is a specific talent that I'm just lamenting you did not include in this system.
Oh, which one is the one?
I keep looking at it and be like, oh, I could take this right. It's not included. Redundant systems.
Which one is redundant systems?
You can make a mechanics check to harvest components from a functioning device. to repair a broken one.
Well, I might take a look at that later.
Anyway.
I tried to do a lot of computer stuff, but I didn't actually think about mechanics. I know that I've been trying to track, like...
Oh, I get to beta test some of that for you.
Yeah. I picked a lot of computer stuff, and I know there's been some talk about, like, getting more stuff with charm and coercion and stuff. But we were working on many things. I also should say before we get into the thick of it, because this was a question that came up last time, but I should remind everybody and myself and the audience at home, there is the basic hacking rules in the core book. That is an optional rule you can use starting on page 232 until I actually like sit down and write out the more advanced and in-depth version with more like programs and how ICE works and stuff. We'll basically be using the simple rules there. It's the same section of the book that has the basic like magic and vehicle rules to double check. So it's fairly thorough, but not quite as in-depth. But it's got a few, it lets you know like what actions and maneuvers you can take and like how tracing and locking people out works. And it has a advantage and threat chart, which covers both advantages and threats. Looking at you, Magic. But that's just, I wanted to remind everybody. But okay, all right. Who wants to look at their job first? Because Wolf was going to check what he's got, and also Claymore got a line as well.
3, 2, 1. All right, and after the silence, Claymore will go.
All right. Claymore, you pull up your message because you specifically got back in contact with Rapier.
Yeah.
So Rapier basically like gets back to you on your little handset system. Glad to see you settled in, and then you're still in your handset radio, so you'd be looking at this here or like on a public terminal.
Yes.
Or using Odin's work computer.
Nah. I'm living that vagrant life right now. Literally spent, I think I have 25 cred left after I bought everything. Claymore basically went straight to Hoshiguma and be like, Hoshiguma, I live. And she was like, okay.
Do you still have money? Here's everything in my pockets. All right, cool. Clank, clank. Just start, like, Claymore just keeps putting down, cred coins or cred chips. And she just starts stacking up, pistol, vest, etc. Dumping it on the counter.
Like, cool.
Isn't it the burner? Do not the burner phones of the Singular of like this world not also just be smartphones?
I mean, they're radios, like radios.
It's the handset.
Fair.
I do say they are usually sophisticated enough to have a touchscreen interface.
But it's probably for shit like choosing your frequency, and such things like that.
But yeah, so it's everything is like super wireless tech. So like, getting a radio that works as a walkie-talkie and also can call cell phone networks is probably not hard. It's just, you're working on different transceivers. But basically, she can, send you the equivalent of a text message back to be displayed or call you up. And so the basic line she's got is this. Obviously, Suzaku is in the security world. So they get a lot of security contract stuff going. But there are sometimes jobs that they don't want to take for whatever reason. It's not really her department because she is in operations, which is not security usually. Normally she does the other way around. She's an ops specialist. But she knows about stuff that goes on and keeps in touch with the various security outfits because you've still got a decent number of, the Blades network embedded in Suzaku, basically.
Yes.
So, what she's got is there was a security contract that nobody, no teams or subunits at Suzaku wanted to handle at corporate. And so, she's basically going to pass it on to you because she knows these people are looking.
Okay.
So, nearby to you guys... How nearby exactly? Still don't know. Because somebody didn't respond to me when I asked about office placement.
I wasn't totally
you
sure.
already know where
I had to
am.
think
It's
on
nowhere
it.
near these fools.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can also just be wherever. But basically, the way she phrases it is, so there's this social club, right?
Social club.
Yeah. They meet at an outfit called the Ball Joint.
The bald joint?
The Ball Joint,
Oh.
2 L's.
Oh, ball. Okay.
It is not quite what. Actually, technically, it would probably be the Ball Joint, but you know. Blah. Sorry. Lots of cracking jokes about the Ball Joint as well. I was gonna say I don't actually think Claymore would think the Ball Joint is much more funny. The Ball Joint is. You could generously describe it as a dollhouse.
Generously,
Which
yeah.
would. Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, in that would be an equivalent to what that business is, which would be a place for android sex work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really more of a private club for android enthusiasts, shall we say. So it's an outfit. It's right on the outskirts of Karakuricho, which is a notorious red light district in San Fran. Technically, it is a refu hood, but like they've packed it to the gills with as much entertainment stuff as you can get as residences. An infamous nightlife spot in the Bay City. But so the Ball Joint is a membership only club. You could call it a gentleman's club as well. So it's got all the things going for it. There's privacy, limited membership. They got bouncers at the doors, etc. They hold. Obviously, if you have a membership, you can just go there and like eat sandwiches, whatever the fuck you do at a gentleman's club.
Eat sandwiches.
I mean, actually, yes. In like turn of the century gentleman's club, you would just show up and like hang out with the boys and get cheap food.
Cheap food, play cards.
Yeah. That still obviously all happens. It is still, a social spot, but they do hold, regular meetings, parties, etc., where dudes can, show off their robots. They can show you their latest in robot waifu technology. However, this job was posted by Mr. Ikeda-san, who is the president of the club. Is he the owner of the building? Who the fuck knows? Shell companies, disguises, etc. But they have their, usual monthly private get-together planned. And unfortunately, they have received a calling card from a PT gang, a Kaito gang, the Diamant Noir gang. That's Black Diamond for those of you who can't do auto-translate in your brain. So this is in the actual background that is provided. PT gangs or Kaito gangs, Phantom Thief, they are experts at breaking and entering, parkour, urbex, etc. Some of them are crazy enough to send calling cards in the, grand picaresque tradition.
Mm-hmm.
But normally they are, masked, hoodied hoodlums who do, breaking and entering, trespassing, etc.
Every time I hear
Good old
Kaito
trespassers
Kid,
for life.
I just think fucking Kaito Kid. God damn it, Conan.
Same theme.
I wrote Kaito Kid in my fucking notes. Son of a bitch. Alright.
So they've sent a calling card that they're gonna, crash their next, monthly gathering, which would probably be in a couple of days now from when the calling card was sent. And obviously, while they do charge membership dues and stuff, and they do probably have some pretty expensive, entertainment androids on premises, what the members are concerned about is privacy. Like, It is, a private club. It's not have access to the public. Well, obviously there are some people in this literal room who are ready to let their PH freak flag fly. That's not necessarily that's a young person's game. That's not necessarily how up and coming politicos and corpos and medias operate. But obviously, this is the kind of thing where Suzaku Corporate is like, I don't know if you want to say that you called us in to guard your private social club. Don't you want somebody smaller, more intimate? And so they're looking. Last rapier heard anyway.
All right. Oh. So I'm guessing that this job is to make contact and see if we can get a job where we can protect the client's privacy and their waifus.
Yeah.
Okay.
They want to beef up security like one night only. I would say that you guys can probably if you make contact with the client, you can actually negotiate like a job run. Like you could go anywhere from actually doing pen testing or security auditing to just being paid to be extra bouncers that night.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely ask Rape here to send me, the deets, the numbers.
Yep.
For one.
I'm actually curious what the calling card says.
Probably pretty simple.
Okay. Sometimes they usually
Right,
describe how
the
they're going to do it.
21st, we shall break in and steal your most precious thing. And there's a big black diamond. But yeah, Rapier would bounce you the address and business number for the club and also for Mr. Ikeda. No, programs are not available yet.
Okay.
That's in that section, chapter number 4. That's big and empty.
Hey, Omega, can I take a talent then and resolve it later, but have it so I can take one from the tier above it?
Oh, do you want what's the one
A
for
custom rig?
Custom rig, yeah. Yes.
Because I can't really resolve all that right now.
We just get grit or toughened.
But well, no, I want this talent, but he just doesn't have the stuff up yet.
Yeah, we don't have programs.
Yeah. Never mind. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Code Warrior, I don't remember exactly what it does. It does something with ice and icebreakers, but the programs and stuff don't exist.
Yeah, custom rig increases the amount of ice you can have on a device and gives you free ice on it.
Actually, I don't know if it's free. Anyway.
Regardless, that can be resolved later.
I'm looking for more role play from everybody who's not Claymore asking me questions about this job.
So are we providing security?
If I understand as well, we can sell our services in whatever ways. We could do a security audit, walk around, be like, all right, you're going to have weaknesses here, 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 and here. I would suggest doing this if you want to do that. We can be just, additional bodies on site. Honestly, if we're good, we could probably negotiate for both and get paid for 2 things. Let's go.
I was going to suggest we could just try both.
Wait, Omega.
Twice that Axis cut me off.
Oh, okay, hold on. I don't know if that counts as a cutoff.
You
I thought
paused.
you said it was done.
Yeah,
I was taking a breath.
It was still a period. What were you going to say after?
I was gonna say if we have any other things that we can do to help the security things, we can also do that and try. But other than that, it seems like we need to go talk to the guy and to figure out what exactly they want.
Okay. Omega,
Yes.
I had to ask. This is a high-class establishment, correct?
It's a private establishment.
But is it a higher-class private establishment or a lower? Do you know what I'm asking, correct?
No.
Oh, so it's not a high class brothel. Got it.
I mean, kind of.
I'm asking the client base more than I am the.
They
don't
wish to
think-
remain anonymous.
I don't think we
Fair
know
enough.
what the client base is.
Oh, I'm gonna go check on that.
Because
I was gonna declare a contact because this sounds exactly like somewhere my character would visit.
Well, you have to, have a appropriate.
Oh
Talent
right, we
ad
can't just do
favors.
that anymore.
No, it's different. It's gotta be tied to your.
Sorry,
favor.
my brain just went.
Yeah, no, the social club is, as my notes say, generously, considered a dollhouse for android sex works, and it's also a meeting group for android enthusiasts. So,
Now, on the plus side, I mean, on the other, the flip side, if you want to know the economic level of your clientele, we got a price table for androids.
Yeah,
the,
no.
the entertainment and
play-
pleasure models are expensive.
Yeah, they are not cheap.
So on the plus side, hey, if you get to negotiate with the guy, you have a price point to say that, like, obviously, people can afford things.
Also, I'm not gonna say taking talk shop was a fucking ringer of an idea before we started this, but
It fit your character. Okay,
Uh,
all right. Any other questions on like pre stuff?
no.
Any
Not for this one.
client research you want to do ahead of time?
yes,
Okay.
I would want to look up. I would probably be focusing on our client. Uh, uh, Ikeda. That's
Yes.
okay. Yeah,
Mr.
I'm gonna look up Mr. Ikeda and see if he gets any pings. And I would want to use because I feel like this is an appropriate knowledge skill. I would think knowledge society might be appropriate here.
Yes. All right. This
Yes.
will be a hard knowledge check.
Okay.
This man is supposed to be a
Gotcha.
little obscure and private.
That's fair. I mean, we're not taking the job yet. We're just investigating.
You're doing client prep.
They can't stop us doing that.
No, but Axe is asking if we want to go 100%. You guys want to go 100% in on this job or browse Aren's job line as well. All right. Okay. Nothing. All right. Jack, you pull out your H phone or you pull up the holographic interface in your new cyber deck or whatever. And you start like double checking contacts, looking on, Bookface. I don't have the names for all the stuff yet. But yeah, you don't really find anything about this guy. The best grip you can get, I could say that with a result of no additional success or failure and no additional threat or advantage symbols. This guy is like probably not full blown recluse, but like his general societal presence and probably by extension his network presence, his verse presence, very minimal, very curated.
Okay, so he's not a big shot, but he's definitely someone
Yes.
who matters, because if he wasn't someone who matters, you wouldn't be able to disappear like this.
Yes.
Unless he was
Your-
the most boring man to exist.
your best guess is that, like, looking at where like he's mentioned, if you do just like fucking name search and stuff, there are probably some very small independent news stories and like forum rumors about the ball joint, and that the head of the ball joint club is Ikeda-san. His first name is never discussed, so he's just full blown a one name man.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
So, do you guys want to check out Aaron's job before we decide on which one we want to do?
Not an Aren.
I mean, Wolf was gonna go check it out anyway, so
All right.
at least see what it is, see if it suits the group. So
Okay. Well, then, Wolf, you will be talking to Nat Kudo, the priest.
Kudo.
He dropped you a line last time, and basically said, "Hey, I have something that could be, and could not be." Are you going to call him up or go see him in person?
I'll go see him in person.
Okay. So you go to your local temple, pop into, the main, shrine room, light some incense, do the thing with the cups of water. And he appears there. What is Wolf's real name again?
It is. Oh, I did not mention it on my. Don't have it on my news sheet. 1 second.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Okay.
Come on.
I checked my notes and I have Yakumi written down
Yeah, that's it.
because he would not call you Wolf.
Nope.
So yes, he
Wolf,
says,
there it is.
Yakumi-san, good to see you.
Good to see you, Nutson. Give him a short little bow.
You are well?
As well as could be expected.
Of course.
Money is becoming a problem again, so
Mm.
I was checking in to see. I heard that you had some sort of job for the likes of me and potentially a few others.
Indeed. And it's not often these things come to me, but I do understand that many of us are still bound by the material realm. Even this temple, he gestures, across the way where they've got a little donation bowl set up. Even this temple was built and depended by the generous donations of this country. So it is, in the sense of giving back, that I have taken the position of looking for this help, though obviously, as I've expressed to the interested parties, the client, I guess, as it were. Not as familiar with these business terms, you understand. But I understand that the freelancers involved would be compensated. I don't suppose you keep much up with neighborhood politics, Yakumi-san.
When they intrude on me, I keep aware of them, but I don't go out looking for them.
A sensible man. Well, there's an issue of a local politician, shall we say. Miss... Yes, actually, that's a funny take. He would phrase it this way. He would say, Miss Noriko Nishikawa-san. He would, double honorific. Nishikawa-san is a resident of our neighborhood, of the Rajoman, and has been coming up in the ranks of politics lately. She is going to be running for a local council representative office, and it does seem to be quite an upcomer. Obviously, I know that the corporations are heavily invested in everyone's political alignment these days, but it is good to have some representation from the neighborhood. And she is, of course, a astute visitor of our temple. Our complication comes in that the previous associations, shall we say, she had, which put her in this position of political. She, like yourself, myself, and many others, came to this country, fleeing the homeland, the islands, as a much younger woman, and she was previously associated with the Yamabushi Kai. Now, the clan, they're larger and more traditional than some. And I believe that her previous immediate superiors have some objections to her newfound political ambitions and stances, which this may surprise you, while not openly against organized crime, are very much in the we need to, clean up and refresh our neighborhoods kind of a thing.
Ah, yes. That sort.
And of course, well, I can't say that everything they've ever done is morally incorrect. The Yamabushi are very large, and they make a lot of their business by working with property that is involved with refugees. Buying, selling, extorting. I'm sure you know.
Yes, I am aware.
Um, and so her previous boss, I guess, Katsuro Ito. He's the head of a local operation, one of the families that oversees some of the operations in this neighborhood and other nearby ones. He's, put out the word on the street that, calling her a traitor and all that stuff. And normally, I believe that she is perfectly capable of taking care of herself and has a small personal security force. But before the upcoming, campaign efforts and elections, she has said that she plans to do a very traditional, uh, nightly fast cleansing and prayer at this temple, which is why I know about it. And the word on the street, some of those young Yamabushi Kai, they're new to this. They don't know how they feel about causing a ruckus in a temple. I'm sure kind of a knowing nods.
Wolf just nods.
Yes, so it's come to our attention that Ito and his boys may try to cause some kind of a trouble during this ceremonial period. Obviously, I cannot, encourage bloodshed by any party on temple grounds. But I know that you yourself are a capable former soldier and you know some people in the business. I was wondering if a discussion with Nishikawa-san and perhaps some additional protection for that evening might be arranged. If the worst anyone comes out with it is, bruised egos and cracked bones, that would be preferable. But I understand that chaotic circumstances
And
require
this can
decisive
escalate into
action.
chaos.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I will certainly relay this to my compatriots and see if they're interested in negotiating with Nishikawa for our services. So,
Of course. He kind of clasps his hands, gives you a respectful nod of his head, probably like slips, reaches into his sleeve, slips you a piece of recyclable paper that has, contact information on it.
Wolf will get it, give a bow in return, and kind of finish the various purification rituals for at the shrine, and then leave.
All right.
Then once we get back all together, I'll relay all that information back to you guys.
All right. So we are once again in the back room of the Nakano something agency. I don't know if the name has changed.
Right now, it's troubleshooting because I think that might fits
yes.
better.
The Nakano troubleshooting agency. That may actually be different than like 2 days ago. I don't remember.
Last time it was detective agency.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I do remember because I'm like,
It's like,
"You're
no,
detective now."
So you've come back and the sign is different. It's very fast on his graphics package, but yeah. So you're all in the back room again, sitting on those familiar couches, and you've got a couple of jobs to pull up on the glow board.
Omega, can I make an invention check for something?
What are you buildifying?
I would like to build some sort of, just based on what I've heard, some sort of like kind of a smoke grenade of some sort.
Do you have a
exist.
talent that lets you just jury rig stuff?
I mean, inventor. Well, that gives me a bonus, but
Yeah.
Tell you heard of the concept of something. Tell
I
you
also
can
have a
make it some
talent that lets
concept.
me pull random stuff out of thin air. Technically.
I mean, smoke grenades are on table 2-2, so if you don't have the 50 credits, I guess
Oh, I can just deep pockets them. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, yeah, you can just pull smoke grenades out if you need them.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is there? I assume there is no actual time designated for either one, because I feel like that would matter a bit more in deciding this.
Well,
Yes.
no, there
There's
definitely is a
no
time for.
well, there's
Alice.
no hard and fast times. The meeting for the ball joint is probably the most time pressing. You heard that is going to be in a couple of days. I have not specified exactly how many days, but we can probably lock that in with the client. So if you wait too long, that one will just pass you by. The job with the Yakuza in Nishikawa, while she has said that she is going to, do this scheduled fasting and cleansing, that could probably, if you got in contact with her, could probably take place anytime, within the next reasonable time frame.
Okay.
If I'm going to be
I was leaning toward.
go Axe.
No, I lost it.
Okay, we'll circle back. Lucky then.
Okay. If I'm going to be completely honest, Claymore doesn't want to do the ball joint job. Like I said, this is a bunch of group of androids enthusiasts, and he happens to be a state-of-the-art Suzaku cyborg. It's like he doesn't want that attention right now.
He doesn't
Too
want
much
that
chance
heat.
of them like
Fair point.
noticing what you are.
Yeah. It's like Claymore understands he's going to be seen, but he'd rather not be seen by people who know things about it.
Entirely
Okay.
fair.
It's like if Claymore can get a bit more armed and armored, maybe he'll do it. But right now, he is literally in street clothes and a fucking protective vest. It's like
Fair.
How much would it cost for you to get a armor suit? Where's my armor table? I have these numbers and I don't remember.
Talk about
Let's see. Character's armor and combat armor. They're not too expensive, but they are
50's armored
restricted.
clothing.
Well, no, because he wants a helmet.
yeah. I was thinking about riot gear, but I'm like, nah, that's not the full fucking thing. Anyway.
I mean, that would have a face mask as well.
Yeah, but
The main thing is that you don't need the face mask effects. You're already immune to riot stuff.
yeah.
But
So if
yeah.
I can get like full covering gear, yeah, I'd do it. But I need to. I'm not. I don't need. I do not need to parade a feast in front of a starving man.
There is a lot of machine there.
In that case, it may be better to do the Yakuza related the temple job first.
Mhm.
See how much you can get paid out of that, and then see what you got. And also, I know that Claymore, you have your own. What in my notes are listed as open world objectives.
Yeah. Like I said, those. Like I said, I think I note that's getting started on. That's Act 2 of Book 1. We're still in Act 1.
Yeah. So.
But yes, I do have some open world objectives. But well, I'm assuming that Aren, Wolf is going to bring this up with everyone, right?
Yeah. He said that he
Okay.
I came
relayed
back
everything
and
I said.
All right.
so discuss both options.
Well, like I said, if they're an up and coming, Politico, you mean that means up and coming money. That's like, it's like, do we have a point of contact, or do we know who's paying for the job?
I have contact information with Miss Nishikawa. We would likely have to negotiate with her for our services.
Hmm.
My contact who's with the temple did stipulate that he would prefer that no bloodshed happens on temple grounds, which means we would likely have to intercept any trouble off-site.
Okay.
And
Okay, so
He's back.
to clarify, for when you mean bloodshed, do you just mean no killing or nothing?
Mostly killing. He
Okay, I can do that.
was understanding that cracked ribs and broken bones might happen.
Got it.
He was also understanding that sometimes things happen.
I'll
But
leave it
he
to
was
Sparky.
insistent that there was no bloodshed on the actual temple grounds, which I can understand.
Sparky's good at non-lethal.
I was personally leaning to this job. Though I felt it was probably more pressing to do the other one, but if everyone sees we want to do this one first, let's, I guess, work towards it.
I mean, I don't see why we have to choose. We're gonna do them both.
Dallas was clearly gone the whole time that Claymore was talking about why he didn't want to do the Black Hat job just yet. Not the Black Hat, the ball joint.
Oh, okay. Then we'll do the... I'm fine with that. Although, Jack will just, as long as we get to do that job, because I'm very interested in that establishment.
Wolf, did they describe? Did he
Is
tell
absolutely-
you?
What was that?
Did he tell you what kind of things what kind of people are going to be dealing with her?
Yes,
Yes.
that would be my kind of people.
Likely
it
it
would
would
be
be the Yambushikai family and their various gangland associates.
Yep. There's obviously the Yamabushi Kai themselves, the actual Yakuza, and then there's Wolf would know because it's his neighborhood that there is a, general gang who are allegedly,
Kintaro.
sponsored by the Yamabushi. Yeah, the Kintaro.
Yeah.
It's very easy to spot a Kintaro. You will tell because he will be golden.
Gold on everything.
Like, when you say gold on everything, do you mean like normal gangster gold on everything, or like actual gold on everything?
Well, gold plating isn't as expensive as it once was. It's just decorative, so.
Oh, that's just tacky at this point.
Unless they're going full gold gold body plating.
Well, that's just dumb.
Actually, is gold surgical rated?
Gold is not a very good metal for like anything.
Besides
It's
circuitry.
shiny.
Well, no, that's one of the reasons it was used
Yeah,
for
it's
jewelry and
actual.
stuff. Is it's kind of useless otherwise.
It's very shiny. It doesn't really tarnish.
Malleable relatively.
It's very good at being shiny. That's pretty much gold, and it's very malleable.
How much does razor
That's about
hands
it.
cost? I need razor hands.
Razor hands cost 400.
Is it only 400?
Yeah.
Son of a
I was
bitch.
looking at it for my robot.
Son of a bitch. Probably should have just dumped on that. Oh well. Maybe I'll get him after this.
I have to save up for Cyberlimb first, and then I'm gonna go for razor hands on my robot.
Okay. I only got 50 creds. If I had 20 more, I could get shock gloves, and I could probably down a few guys with that. But
Well, remember, you can always, when making a unarmed brawl attack, pick strain damage beforehand, as we saw
Yeah.
last time.
it's true, but shock gloves will start at 5 damage, which will beat my natural brawn of 3.
Actually, you meant to ask if Claymore could borrow your shot gloves.
I don't have those. I got
Oh,
the
okay,
other
you did
things.
not pick those up.
I
Sorry. Okay.
got the rifle. I was wondering maybe we should try I guess making a homemade mace.
Claymore shrugs at science.
Wait, Omega.
It's very simple actually.
Important
Well,
question.
Yes.
Can androids use equipment?
Yes. That's
Okay,
actually.
then I'm giving Sparky my shot gloves. No
Yeah, that should work.
offense,
He's got hands.
Lucky. That's he very much only does punchy.
That
That's
makes
all
sense.
That's literally all he does at this point.
Makes sense.
But no, that is actually there is a sidebar in that section that's talking about customizing drones and androids, and it's like, yeah, androids and any humanoid drones can use anything that requires hands. Yes.
And I've got Alfonso here. Beats the wrench into my hand menacingly.
Alfonso.
Yeah.
Got a name for all of them?
I don't know. It just sounded like something a greaser would name something.
What I was going to say is that we could potentially negotiate a little bit of starting pay, like before we actually do it to get equipment. So we might be able to do that to get you some shot gloves, Claymore.
Claymore will shrug at that. It's like, unless you want me to go scare the tits off of her, I probably shouldn't be the one negotiating.
Well, I agree.
How intelligent?
Look over at Odin.
I'll handle.
But if
she's
you
not
wanted
a-
to take
if
some
she's
calendar
not a nerd,
shot,
I
sexy
should not
fireman
go.
calendar shots of Claymore first. Hey, here's what we bring to the table. Flap. Throw out a bunch of Polaroids.
Ports like this.
I mean, here's a question: if they were to say that they had, I'm not going to use the word cyborg because that's on the hush hush. But could they get some sort of bonus if they say, like, yes, we have a state of the art, quote unquote android that will be able to provide security,
Yeah.
It's like hot and fresh.
No, yeah, you should be able to get some bonuses by
Yes.
Right.
leveraging your knowledge.
So, Claymore will act like he is very still and, like, have you guys take a couple pictures so you can be like, yes, behold this big, bad, scary motherfucker.
Oh, no, I have a perfect idea. I'll pose with you with my control jack for my actual android.
Actually, that oh shit, that reminds me. There was something I was actually gonna look up. With implants.
What was it?
Hang on.
Was it your previous question about controlling vehicles?
Yeah, no. Like it's kind of different thing. What happens if I install a rider module on me? Could fucking Jack ride shotgun just on Claymore?
Yes, actually, that's what
Yeah.
it's for, is so that hackers and other remote operatives can just use you as a remote LAN.
Okay.
Also, hypothetically, you could set the writer module to pilot mode, but I believe it's in my notes about the writer, which is like normally when humans install this, they keep that function deactivated or partitioned.
Okay.
But yes, no, that is exactly what the writer is for, is so
Okay.
that like your hackers and other squishy types don't have to literally ride behind your scary violence men.
I wasn't sure because I wasn't sure if Jack was actually going to be one of those types that was in the field constantly or not. So I wasn't sure.
Probably depends on the setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this looks like what it's gonna be like she will probably be nearby in most cases, but probably trying to avoid the fray as much as possible.
Yeah, so I will add the rider module so you can at least piggyback, if nothing else.
And don't forget that, again, the way since to circle back around to the vehicle question, if there's ever a question if you want to make a vehicle remote piloted, you can put rider modules in vehicles and other devices.
Oh, okay.
The customizing vehicles sidebar isn't in, but it is going to say that like any armor attachments or implants that make sense for a vehicle mechanically work.
Yeah. So similar to the Android customization.
Yes.
Okay.
There will also probably be like some actual breakouts to be like, hey, if you want to order a vehicle that has better than usual like handling or speed or something, you can get stuff like souped up. But it'll be a little bit of a limited process. But okay, all right. So Odin is going to negotiate. Does anybody else want to be part of the negotiation team?
Is she known to be brainy?
I mean, I don't actually think you guys know anything about this lady.
Can I make a check on her?
Sure.
I'll
Is this
assist.
hard or?
This would be an
What?
average no society and take a
Okay.
blue, I assume.
Yeah, I have a rank in society, but I'm pretty sure so does
Yeah.
Usagi.
So-
Oh, then I'll assist you, because what's your int?
2.
You have more. Yeah, you get.
You have more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's the boost.
Yeah.
That is also very funny for crowd control. I know.
It just cuts their action economy in half and does other shit.
If they get sanded appropriately.
There we go. Jesus,
But- Got the
D1
blue.
I know that
tonight.
Claymore is
Alright.
planning on
Oh, I
for
forgot the blue.
non-crowd control type, non-lethal. He is budgeting, an air rifle with tranks and other goodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, D1 does not like me tonight.
Failure, but with 2 advantages. So basically, what you get for that result is you confirm the profile that was fed to Wolf through the priest. You're able to, double check her. Her political story is very boilerplate. She was, in her teens during the refugee years. That probably means that she's, probably around Odin's age, maybe a little older than him. Came over in the refugee crisis, settled into the neighborhood. She straight up admits, and in fact, if you saw press images, you would notice that this woman does have, at least the sleeves of the full Irezumi-style tattoos. So she openly admits she used to be with the Yamabushi-kai organization because, like a lot of Yakuza, they have offices and stuff. But, to get headway, and her kind of political platform is like, hey, now that we're in this new country, our kids shouldn't have to join the Yakuza to get ahead. What a novel concept.
What I'm getting from this is I would not be helpful in this negotiation, so I will stay behind.
No, probably not.
I will be very helpful in the negotiation with Mr.
Ikeda, yeah.
Claymore's job.
Yeah.
Because I will effectively have Charm 3.
Yeah, so that, she's openly, talking about being a refugee, being former Yakuza. Yeah, you don't get any specific details because you don't get a lot of extra advantage, but you've got a couple sidelines. Otherwise, her political platform is probably pretty, by Pacifican standards, probably pretty centrist. Mostly focused on hey, some of these refugee neighborhoods, the refugee that we built literally 20 years ago, are not in great shape, and maybe we should refresh and refurbish them and not, wait until they completely fall apart and build an arcology tower there in 5 years, kind of a thing. We should have more business opportunities for young people, etc. And that's what you have discovered.
Gotta save these kids.
Yeah. If you wanted to, guesstimate who the best, people to be in a negotiation, it would probably be Odin, obviously for similar background, and if Wolf wanted to appear in person.
Yeah, Wolf could. He probably wouldn't do much talking, but he'd be acting like Odin's bodyguard.
Yeah.
It had some air of, I guess, professionality.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was looking. I didn't realize there was a double period. Good old editing pass. All right, okay. Any further questions before setting up a meet? I'll take that as a no. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so to not to streamline too far, but to streamline a little, because we are at almost an hour. Odin would call the number. You'd get in touch with probably a personal assistant or secretary or something. Are you okay with an in-person meet?
In this case, yes.
Yeah. So you'd be directed to an address that would be in the little Rajaman. In a little, probably a little, not quite an office park, but there are a couple of buildings on the fringes of the neighborhood, which are for businesses, kind of the outskirts as it transitions to the next block. And, that's the, campaign offices for the Nishikawa campaign. And so I assume you guys the go.
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, I posted my description of the little Rajaman earlier. The building you're looking at is, probably seen better days. It's probably technically itself, pre-war. It just happened to be in the area and hasn't needed to be demolished for anything. You go up a couple flights of steps and find a little rental office, with symbols on the door, both in English and in Japanese. You are, taken to the back. You see that there is like one receptionist android. There are a couple of, volunteers who probably look like, college age locals, high school maybe, young people, but volunteering. And you go into like the private office, which is just a, not quite a broom closet, but like the shades are all like super drawn and piled up. There's storage shelves in the corner, filled with just whatever stuff, sheafs of paper, racks of little hologram signs. You want a little, AR hologram pin. And yeah, basically, there's a desk. Sitting behind the desk is the woman herself, Miss Nishikawa. Her campaign manager is there as well. He is, older middle age, suit, tie. Himself looking of probably, Japanese ancestry. Nishikawa offers you, tea, rice cracker.
Fully accept.
So to describe her, Nishikawa is, like I said, probably, around Odin's age, maybe a little older. So she's probably in the mid-30s side. Currently she is dressed, probably what we would call professional, leaning more in the paracorp style. She's not wearing a, hat or anything because it's indoors, but she's got, neck length, straight black hair, wearing like a blazer, business skirt kind of thing, sensible hose. You can't really, probably like under the sleeve, you can see like behind the watches, the tattoos, but nothing else like super obvious. She does probably have like a little, armband and a little like lapel pin and stuff. So, tea is served, you go about your business, and she says basically like, all right, I understand that you were recommended to this from some of the local associates of the temple. It's very generous of them.
Do a lot of nice things for.
And I'm hoping to do nice things for the community, but obviously you know that my former associates in the Yamabushi family, well, they're displeased with me leaving, but they're more displeased that now that I am out, I have made my dues back to the boss, that I'm not willing to share the... She glances around her office, which, like I said, is crammed full of, like, storage of, like, campaigning shit and papers, and, there's one poor bamboo in the corner that, looks like it needs, watering or trimming. Profits. I suspect that... Sorry, too many tabs close. I suspect that Ito-san will probably, send some leg breakers. The local Kintaro have been by a couple of times to harass my staff, but they don't want to cause a stir, in public. Political violence like that, is to be discouraged. Oh, that sort of thing doesn't happen in Pacifica.
Or if it
Are
does, it's
all of
usually
us in
not
this
known
room?
for one too
No,
many.
it's
Okay,
just
thank
Odin
God,
and Wolf,
because
yeah.
Jack would have just burst out laughing at that.
She's being sarcastic.
No, I know, but she still would have.
Claymore
Yeah,
is
but-
currently having things thrown at him as a young woman screams at him.
Instant noodles,
Mhm.
pillow,
Mhm.
cyber deck.
Oldie sock.
Jack is currently tormenting her brother while she pushes him around in a rolling chair.
He should get a remote on that, so he can just brain wheel himself.
Oh no, he has a remote. She just
She turned it off.
Yeah, she's just fucking with him. Okay. But yeah, so,
Well then,
yeah.
I'd like to do what I can to support you in that regard. So, how much do you feel comfortable with? And we'll start from there.
All right. She kind of, taps her chin and says, "Well, I must admit, I'm not quite used to being on this side of the table when it comes to negotiating." But she, flicks a finger at her campaign manager. He leans in to sotto voce discuss some stuff. So give me a sec for me to probably calculate some sort of starting position price. Question is, we're thinking, is bodyguard one word or two words? It should be two words, but
That one trips me up all the time.
okay.
It's one word.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So she, like I said, she has that lean-in discussion with her campaign manager, who has been fairly quiet this entire time, and she basically turns back to you and says, "I believe the discussion for a group rate, gestures obviously between the two of you, the going market price would be about 3K in cred."
You if this is between the table. Yeah, I was about to ask. It's like, do you guys want to be pushed more? Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, just to make it clear.
Like I say, you got to remember, you got to make the negotiation. Get a boost from Claymore, not being there, but because you know Claymore.
Yes.
But yeah,
okay.
That's
I would
her starting
suggest-
position, 3K for the group.
I would suggest stipulating that we will be making sure that things are done non-lethally and that it'll be nice and quiet.
And we can discuss pay if we don't uphold that part. But I guess on a forward point of that, we can see that we will uphold all demands put of us upon for the job. And it's not just going to be the two of me and my friend. It will also be some specialists that have been under my employ somewhat not recently. I feel like Owen's gonna, I guess, show the pic.
He's negotiating. It's kind of like that.
I know, but still.
Claymore,
Actually, well, I was gonna say, where did Claymore sleep last night? But wait, Claymore doesn't need to sleep
No.
anymore.
where did he sit for like a few hours?
Yes. Did you? Are you updating
loiter.
your social media statuses from the couch in Odin's office back room, or are you just cruising the streets?
I'm cruising this. Like I said at the beginning, I'm living that vagrant life. He's been, he went out to go. He had to probably walk to wherever Huishiguma was set up or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. That's fine. You can say employee. Like the
Well,
client, you're schmoozing the client.
the appearance. I'm going to then show a picture with the faces, the face sections blurred, just out of, I guess, how it be.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
Showing off the Claymore body.
As I have like a dedicated, I have a dedicated burst specialist or a dedicated matrix specialist, and they're I would say a little bit of top of the line assault android.
Oh, it's very impressive. All right, go ahead and roll me a. Ooh, let's see. What should our base difficulty?
Arm.
I believe. No, it's negotiation. We're negotiating now. You're trying to raise the price.
Right.
Let's see. What do we want to call our difficulty here? It is posed by there. own negotiation. But she is new to this. So, sorry, excuse me. Let us call it a. Yeah, this would be a hard negotiation check at a
Okay.
boost from basically your tech boost from Claymore.
Use the story
If
point. Use it.
oh yeah, you got 4 of those. If you
Yep.
need an upgrade.
I can also I also because I'm also a referee, I can flip one
Oh yeah, you
at
can flip
will,
it
so
back too.
I'll just spend it and then I'll worry about that then.
Yeah. Okay, spend 1. If Wolf would like to assist in some way, he can, but that would require him
If you,
to
I guess, want to
assist.
market your own abilities too.
Wolf markets his own abilities by just being there.
He does have that kind of presence.
Are you carrying your monofilament blade openly?
Yeah, it'd probably be strapped to his back.
Yeah, sure, you can assist. All right, so
Take that as an
assistance,
extra
got, like,
boon.
a gear bonus.
I don't think I have a gear bonus for negotiate.
Well, that's what I meant. Like the photos and stuff is your
Oh,
tech
fair.
bonus. Sadly, more of the like quote unquote social gear will probably end up in like programs later, like probably something similar to like the KC soft from like Deus Ex, some kind of behavioral analysis shit.
Right.
But we're still in flux. We're working on it.
Green, 2 blues.
Also, I can tell everybody TACnet will be in the software section.
Perfect.
I just
Oh,
wait. No, that's wrong. That's not the results.
That's some dice. That's not the total results. No.
Okay. Let me just. There you go.
Did it actually? Is that it finished rolling? Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. There you go.
I
Calculated. I was gonna do the math myself, but all right. Okay. So
Yeah, my
just,
bad.
just 2 advantage. All right. Okay.
I was just
Yeah.
like, I don't
no,
feel like trusting D1 right now.
That's fair. He's been a little feisty. And you got the screen grabs. You got receipts. So yeah, actually, let's see. Negotiations usually like X number of profit per successes. You got. Let's see there. So let's see what times like. She kind of pauses, looks everybody up and down, and says, "All right, you seem like capable individuals. Obviously, I don't want any destruction of property to fall on the temple. It is a sacred space and a social center for our people. But I'm less concerned with the well-being of some of the higher ups in Yamabushi Kai. It's not really the rank and file soldiers' fault, but she kind of like rolls her wrist, cracks her knuckles. I've been in this business before. I know how it is.
I assure you, to the best of our abilities, we'll keep it at least off temple premises.
That would probably be better. Avoid the publicity. For that kind of discretion, we can go as far as... Yeah, you got some advantage. We'll say 1K down payment, sight unseen, with 4K on job completion.
That sounds proper. Oh, I guess in. I mean, in this case, would she have the contract, or would we wouldn't bring the contract?
You probably wouldn't
Have that kind of thing
bring
like
a
that.
contract. It would be like an electronic signature.
Yeah, it's like, all right then.
If anything, like you guys are still freelancing, you can just shake
True.
hands.
I guess he reaches his hand out.
She'll shake, yeah.
All right then. Good to working in business for you.
Of course. My campaign manager will message you when I'm ready to begin.
We'll be waiting.
Of course. Stands up, gives you a decently, professional bow. You guys will be
Return
let
the
out of the
bow.
office, yeah.
You
You will be
go
let
for
out of the
bow.
office with, a small Actually, no. It'd probably be like the campaign manager probably slides a single, chit or chip of the 1K cred across the table.
Just like calmly pocket it.
Yep.
I think I'll leave the building. It's like, well, if you want your share, or do you think we should go fund Claymore a bit?
I believe the 1,000 should be used probably to get any equipment that we might need.
All right, then let's go. I'll go call them. You figure it out if you want anything.
Very well.
Did Wolf pick the starting option where he has stun grenades?
Yes, I have 3 stun grenades still.
As you guys are actually leaving the building and having this conversation, Odin, probably pull out his phone or his radio to call everybody up and maybe work on a little ops budget. You do kind of you get a little heckled by some stoop guys. Hey, where you guys come from? You see there's a trio of loudly dressed lads. Not quite the normal fit you would expect from Yakuza, but they are wearing, big puffy gold leaf jackets and hoodies. They have full, grills. They're wearing gilded AR specs. They've got like gold leaf or brass covering on their shoes, which are, name brand sneaks. Dripping with jewelry kind of a thing. A couple of them have some, gold-plated baseball bats they're leaning on. It's kind of like, hey, don't know if I've seen you around here before, cuz. What you doing?
It's a good mind. I just have to. How do I word this? I don't know if Wolf will say anything, but in my mind, it's a situation of. I don't know about to pick a fight actually. So it's a situation of. Sorry, I just came back. I just came back from Onigashima. I'm sorry I didn't say. I decided to bring any souvenirs.
Sure, go ahead and make me a... Debating if that would be deception or charm. Are you trying to just be, like, funny with them, or are you actually trying to just be like, I'm nobody?
I'm just trying to, like, play it cool. It's a charm.
Oh, actually. Nah, they're not really. They're not to the point where they're rolling coercion yet, which would be disciplining way to resist. So yeah, that'd be charm. Let's call that blah blah. Yeah, just the normal guys. Yeah, make that call it an average charm roll.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay, all right. One of them goes, these guys are funny. Hey, well, welcome to the neighborhood, huh? Yeah, you never need anything. You need guns, you need girls, you need glam. Call your boys the Kintaros.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll let you know if I'm on a short supply.
Don't worry, cuz we got you. Anyway, we need to bounce. We need to get out of here. We need to skip. Let's go. They walk to where they've got street parked, where they have a golden super compact smart car. They pile in and then drive away while blasting very loud Japanese rap music. It puts away.
I'm pretty sure I could flip that thing over.
You should at some point.
Hey, Omega.
Yeah.
I think I have to make a computer check
For what?
to edit the skill on my drone.
Yeah, possibly. What reprogramming would you want to do?
I wanted to program it to have the brawl skill.
Does it not have brawl normally?
Nope.
that's the wrong table. No, the dummy drone's got Brawl 3.
Where?
It's alphabetical.
I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm stupid.
That's okay. I had
Oh
to
no,
double-check
that
me,
is what I wanted to change. I wanted to change its melee. Sorry, it's ranged light to ranged heavy.
Okay. Let's see. This thing's got what? 1 willpower? Yeah, and it doesn't have any size up. So make me an easy computers check. Hacking.
This would be hacking. Okay.
Yes, to reprogram.
Yeah. I figured that would be an easy enough thing to make, but I'm just looking
Yeah.
at future options.
You're jailbreaking it. Oh no.
Yes,
I
this
know
is
I
going to void the
avoided my
warranty.
warranty.
All right. So anyway, the
Hold on, I get a bonus to this.
Yes. But
no,
yes,
like
that little scuffle with the Kintaros is super super diffused.
What is it? Hold on. I have to look up what this talent does again. It's one of your new talents, so. Okay, that's during. Okay, that's different. Never mind. Okay, so there we go. I succeed.
Yes, easily.
Succeedly.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You
I
go
just
into
switch it
the robot's core code, and you're like, instead of hold gun
hold
with
big gun
with one hand, hold gun with 2 hands.
Yes.
But yes, so Odin and Wolf return from the client meeting. You've got, the arrangement. You'll be paid. You've been paid 1K up front, and will be paid 4K on delivery, basically. So you've got a little bit of a discretionary budget, and you've got some time to prep.
All right, let's see.
What's actually some listings maybe.
Got some stun grenades. Pepper spray is pretty cheap just by default.
So before I ask, what are my limits with regards to deep pockets?
Well, what does the
100.
talent say? I think it's just like it should be something like no bigger than E1 and less than 100 credits.
But I
That's
can
exactly
just use
how
that
you
as
do it.
many times during an encounter?
Once.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I
once
believe
during
it's
an
once per
encounter.
session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is it per session or per encounter?
Session.
Yeah. So
Okay. That makes
you
sense.
get one, but within those limits, it's whenever you want it, you got it. You're just carrying shit in your tool crate, your tackle box.
I am assuming that people got me money somehow, some way.
Yeah, we
we
have 1,000 in discretionary funds.
1K
As
upfront,
a given
4K on
mind?
delivery.
Well, are we not splitting it equally, or are we just
Oh.
making a fucking plea for purchases?
Oh, this is the ops budget. This is for things we're going to use during the job. So if you have something, a list of things you want to use, we'll look into it.
Nah.
Okay, so we'll just hold it for afterwards then.
Yeah.
All right, that works. Okay. So then we're just going to be waiting for the call from the agent then.
Yep. From the client.
I'll start putting together
Shall
a
we?
shopping list then for later.
All right. Well, if you aren't spending any of it now, that means in total, if you have all of it at the end of the job, it'll be $12.50 for everybody.
That'd be pretty good.
That'd be good.
All right.
Because I think if I'm looking, the only thing I would be able to use for like an off-budget thing, I think it's too expensive. If I remember correctly. Hold on. How much is a gun?
Depends on the
Depends
It's
gun.
on the gun.
Cost.
Yeah.
A rifle.
Those are like $8.75, I think.
They are. Yes.
Your most budget ranged heavy is what? Probably the
Assault carbine.
yeah, a carbine.
They're pretty good.
I mean, if you would be okay with me using that for my discretionary funds, but
Well, that's supposed to the discretionary budget, so I don't know if that's
Yeah,
Really
that's
worth
why
it.
I'm not actually paying for anything because, like I said, it's not
Yeah.
individually; it's for everyone.
yeah, I don't have anything then.
Also, considering getting a rifle isn't necessarily conducive to our non-lethal approach that we're kind of
That's
going
also
for.
true. That should probably be for the next job if we have a discretionary budget.
I mean, Odin negotiated pretty good, so.
Yep.
All right. In that case, I'll take a breaksy and step away. We'll take a brief intermission, and then probably, if you guys don't have any other pre-prep to do, we'll, the client will call.
All right,
So
I will.
be right back, everybody.
I will pause the recording here.
Everybody here? Everybody present?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm paused the recording.
Okay. I'll unpause my end. Sorry, I was just double checking everybody's here. Okay. All right. You have a indeterminate number of hours before go time. Is there any prep work you want to do?
Well, we talked off mic, and I think it'd be better if we just split the 1K ahead of time.
Okay.
Instead of that's because I don't think anyone actually has any big budget buys they want to do.
Nope.
So
Not for this year.
Claymore is going to pick up a pair of shot gloves.
Yep.
And a holophone.
All right. Go to the phone store. And also the punch store.
They're next to each other somehow, some way.
But yes, that's all very reasonable.
He'll have to get a new Plone fan. He'll get him. He'll go to a Seiyu Electronics and give him the secret Suzaku signal.
Yes, members discount.
Also, maybe bypass some weird red tape about how Claymore probably doesn't actually have any fucking identification.
That's common with our veterans program, sir. Displaced individuals. No address, no problem.
So yes, he'll take it.
Sorry, the starter kit: phones, pistols, gloves, pants.
No shirts.
No shirt.
No, instead of a shirt, it's the backpack. That's more important to starting player characters than a shirt is a backpack to put all your shit in. Okay, all right.
All right, but yes,
Claymor's hooked up. You got the stuff. It's in your size.
I
Anybody
immediately
else? Anything want to run? Get. Sorry.
No, I was just making jokes. Please continue.
Yeah. So, and did anybody else want to run out and spend anything out of their down payment?
Yeah, Wolf is going to get some combat gloves.
Okay. Yeah, those are also easy.
Wait, do you need shot gloves or combat gloves?
Combat gloves.
Punching. Gloves is gloves.
I went with shot gloves specifically because they let you do EMP.
What did I get
Not
for
too worried
my?
Your character.
But other than that, I was going to.
Hey, do you want a pair of combat gloves? I'm not going to be using them, so I can just give them to you.
Sure.
Any like
But
Eric.
Wolf also wanted to a bit before the start kind of casing the neighborhood, kind of get an idea of see if you can spot any of the gathering forces that might be going against us a bit early, so we have some idea of numbers.
Sure. All right. So when you say case the neighborhood, are you looking with your eyes or asking questions?
A bit of both.
Okay. Then we'll start with make me a hard perception check to eyeball the scene.
All right.
As I see somebody has gotten lost in one of my blackout cells. The anonymous Dumbo Octopus. But yeah, so regardless of how this roll works out, the basic layout of the site is pretty simple. I should probably come up with the name of the temple at some point, but it's a pretty typical, urban Shinto temple. There's like clearly demarcated fence. There's a main entrance with a torii gate over it. It's probably like steps up from a street level below, so you can't like drive up and park right next to it. There would be a lot of green space filled with trees around it. There's obviously going to be a main temple building, and then the inner shrine where they have actually like idols, depictions, the enshrined kami, etc. There's going to be several outbuildings, either where the priests like eat and sleep, like a stage for doing certain festivals and stuff. There's probably a space for some stalls where you can buy, little amulets and other things, help, fund the place. There's a well to draw water from.
Little
There's
prayers
probably a
and
small
things.
little, small little business office off to the side. And obviously she's going to be doing this, at night, overnight. So you'll have the advantage of increased shade because, like I said, there's going to be trees and parks. There are no, major electronic lights strung up through this thing.
All right. Well, I had 2 successes on the perception check.
Yes. So with perceiving, you check it out, you look around. Nothing really stands out to you as like obvious, threats or anything. You're primarily going to be worried about, the main temple building where meditation occurs. You've got, the park surrounding it, and then outside the actual borders, you've got just down on the street where there are just, apartment blocks and other buildings normal for this neighborhood.
All right.
There's not any like major gathering forces, but you do spot, just because of how incredibly obvious there are a couple of Kintaro lookouts, it looks like, that are chilling on nearby street corners, popping squats, smoking cigs.
There for a little. There's there for a little too long for them to be just like kind of passing by, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Like they're clearly posted up.
All right.
But they're also not like the Kintaro are a street gang, so they are probably in a position where they might like literally be posted up on street corners, and like you come to a guy, he opens his jacket, and you can buy the gun and the crack rock right there. Rock. These guys are not doing that. These guys are not like drug dealers, or they've got like a table in an alley where you can pick a piece of iron up. They are clearly like
they're the toughs.
Yeah, they're hustle. They're sitting there, smoking, watching, and presumably they're gonna drop somebody a phone call if they see somebody they're interested in show up. Who are they interested in? Good.
All right.
And if you want to ask questions about your opposition, go ahead and make me an average streetwise.
I'll probably ask a few questions to some of the local businesses, see if they've seen anything. Wise.
Actually, what's the rating? What's the rarity on intimidating paid job? Shit.
Okay.
Nice.
3 successes.
Well, yeah, you are well known and well liked is probably not the right word, but people know of you. You
a known entity.
Live in this. You
this
live
close
in this
to the temple.
neighborhood.
They probably are aware that I have dealt with problems.
Yeah.
Regarding the temple before, so.
And I mean, while you are certainly not the only person who lives in this neighborhood, you have a decent amount of, refugees who, came here straight from hotspots during the war or veteran shelters, that kind of thing. You are not the only person who goes out carrying a katana, but there's not enough of them that, you don't take note of those kinds of guys who can, are clearly armed and can take care of themselves.
Mhm.
So you ask polite, pointed questions to the couple of mom and pop stores. There's probably like a family run like noodle stand or store like just down the road. You know,
Definitely spend
uh,
some creds getting like food
yeah.
and stuff while I'm there.
Yeah. You eat a little meal, you grease some palms. There are probably like a couple of probably on this block. There's a handful of like traditional crafts or costumes. Like if you want to get like authentically woven kimonos, there's a shop for that. Or if you want like repair, that kind of thing, sandal repair. There's probably some guys who are actually like making inkstones, incense, that kind of thing. Which all of which are very high level and intricate processes, but you ask around, and so I'll check. It was yes,
Oh,
uh, Katsuro of the Ito, family house. He's part of a subsidiary of the Yamabushi Kai. He is the local LT. So he's middle management. He's probably got a couple dozen Yamabushi Kai made men under him. Who would be, the normal run of the mill Yakuza types you'd expect. So they probably, work mostly in extortion, petty gambling scams, the rough and tumble kind of stuff. The locals don't know like how many Kintaro gangers there are. But they've probably never seen any of Ito or the Yamabushi Kai in general boys with more than like another couple dozen of them, and obviously they are not a full subsidiary. They are just rumored to be connected. Ito probably can't, bring the entire gang to bear, but he could grease some palms and pay off, probably maybe like another dozen of them to come.
Okay.
What's that? 3 success? Yeah,
Yeah.
no advantage. So yeah, so that's what
I'll
you
ro-
got.
I'll relay
Maximum.
this information to the group via our phones / comms and stuff. So
Claymore will send over like the radio, the number to his new phone. So, yeah,
That the radio handsets are not still happy to have because, like I said, they're cheap, they're compact, and they're really hard to triangulate.
But once Claymore gets done shopping and messaging some ladies in his life that are very upset yet glad to see him, he is going to go. Yeah, no, he's just gonna go post up at the front gate, arms crossed, looking terrifying. Unmoving, a statue.
A pillar of intimidation and carnage.
No, not carnage. Definitely intimidation.
Definitely
Carnage
intimidation.
comes later. Yeah, no. You can post up. Wolf, if probably still casing the neighborhood, can probably see you. You got good sightlines down the street.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely probably take note of the Kintaro lookouts who take note of you, but don't do anything because you're not exactly a known quantity. And so you've acquired your intimidating paint job and equipped it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's red black with Oni and flame motifs.
Nice. Yeah, you fit right in. Yeah. If you're just standing there not moving, people like take note of you. Probably a couple of like smaller children popping by the shrine are like wondering if this is like some new like cool display, and they're shooshed along by elder siblings and parents and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'll try not to be actually in anybody's way, but I will. People who wish ill will know that ill will be wished upon them.
Yeah. At some point, probably a more senior looking priest, comes by and kind of like gently like, good afternoon, sir.
Claymore. Oh yes, that's right. Claymore is non-Euclidean taller than everyone, always.
Yeah.
So, Claymore will look down and just be like, "Yes."
Pleasant weather we're having at our Torii Gate today.
Indeed. There might be, excuse me, make it cloudy later though.
Hmm. But sunshine always comes after clouds.
Once you're
I
prepared.
hope you don't.
Oh, go.
ahead.
Okay. We do not have to keep a fucking word sparring. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. He would say, I hope it is not incorrect of me to assume that you are an associate of the wolf.
Claymore gives stoic nod.
Of course. I thought as much. Well, if you are comfortable on that side of the gate, that is outside our temple, and you may remain, of course. If you ever wish to come inside, meditate upon the divine, light some incense, offer your prayers, feel free.
Claymore, does a slow pan up and like down the street. It's all like, "Thank you, priest. If an opportunity presents it, I shall."
Well, good luck to you in your travels, sir. Just kind of shuffles away.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to double check what you were about. You're kind of a weird guy.
I am a weird guy.
You're a very weird guy.
And the one that said that's the literal freak in the team. He would know.
I feel
Alright,
like
okay.
she's the second most normal in the team now.
Who's the most normal?
Odin, because he's a boring office drone.
More. He's like a weird detective guy now. He's still very normal.
I know.
I feel like the normalcy is like a fucking. The normalcy would be a
It's an
race
illusion.
between Wolf and Odin. To appear normal.
I mean,
That's
I still
fair.
see Wolf as a fucking assassin. Odin just knows
Claymore
like
used
literally
to have
like 5 crime
competition,
organizations
but
and
he's
like
currently in a
5
wheelchair.
government people high up.
Yeah.
See, I know people in like our agency. I know DA. Whatever. I know people. I know people.
You're common. Guys, you're a guy. Okay. All right. So Claymore's posted up. Wolf has been doing some legwork. Anybody else got any prepping to do? Or any shopping? Speak your piece.
Yeah, buying a stunner, but I'm just gonna abandon it after the job's over. So like, not worth it.
No, if you want to get a stunner, you should keep it.
No, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, well, that sounds like everybody else is prepped. So yeah, the next night, whenever the next period of nighttime would be, Odin gets the call from Nishikawa's, agent. She's, gonna go in for an overnight. Fast all night into the morning, stay up meditating, burn some incense, kind of a thing.
Mhm.
And so that's your call to be ready.
all right. Calling everyone. We get on site and be ready.
This is where Claymore was like, I'm already on site.
Yep.
Good.
Be there in a
Good on
couple
you.
minutes.
All right. So, you guys have a little bit of prelude to get there, and obviously, Claymore, you are already like in position.
Yep.
At the main Torii Gate, it is probably about sunset now. So everything is stained a brilliant scarlet as the sun sets over distant arcology towers and the sea. Wolf, you're in the neighborhood, so you can just jog straight up. Where would you want to?
I'll probably find some place that's relatively concealed, but where I can respond to any wherever there might be trouble.
Right. There's plenty of trees and some artistically placed boulders for the rock garden. Odin, you walk up, as I don't think anybody owns a vehicle yet.
Nope.
It's probably the next thing I have to buy. How much is that truck
It's whoever's
again?
going to be the driver.
Well, maybe a few of that. You gotta come up with a solution that can carry. Anyway, yeah. So Odin, you walk up. You can see Claymore. He's there.
Give a nod.
Where would you want to be posting yourself?
Honestly, I kind of want to be near. I want to be near the actual. I'm blanking on her name.
Nishikawa.
I want to be relatively close to Nishikawa.
Mhm.
But
Okay. So you
I'll
probably
stay
wait
outside
in
the. I'll
curb
be
for her
outside
to,
the. I'll be outside the
yeah.
room she's going to be at.
So you probably waited the curb to arrive. Jack and Robot. Possibly Mr. Robot.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Domo.
Despite his appearance, Claymore cannot do the robot.
His servos are way too fine-tuned for that. It's too smooth. But yeah, Dallas, where do you want to be posted up on the scene?
Well, how tall is the building?
It's one story, though it has, classical, Japanese arched roofs.
I'll probably be somewhere among the roofs.
All right. Do you actually have grip pads? Have we covered this?
No, but I do have parkour.
Okay, yes. All right. You have parkour. All right. You can, without needing to necessarily activate that ability, you can free run your way up like a tree and sit on a roof. Where would you like to place your robot? He does not have parkour.
No. He will be in the street area looking inconspicuous. Or attempting to.
All right. He stands near a public recycling bin and pretends to be a garbage picker. I am here to pick up the garbage. Sorry, I inexplicably was like, oh, I just suddenly wanted to go Van Damme for a reason. If he dies, he dies. Hello, I'm here to pick up the garbage.
With the night falling, and I'm guessing shrine activity has lessened.
Yeah.
Claymore will move onto the steps and stand beneath the front Tory gate, and will be that fucking rock, arms crossed, guy next pose on top of everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, a car does probably a nice car, a company type car pulls up, doors open. Nishikawa does step out. She's actually dressed appropriately for this situation, so she's in like a clean, white robe and sandals now from the business suit she was before. A couple of the junior priests, go down the steps to meet her. They've probably got some incense burning already. They walk back up. So Odin, you can kind of follow in step. She, gives you a discreet nod. Gives Claymore a discreet nod, and heads up into the temple sanctum. Claymore, you form the wall behind. And then you just start staking out. I believe
I'm going to be
okay,
focused on all the sneaky entrances.
All right.
Well, I got my motion tracker out just to, I guess, in one place to see if there's just more than one or two pings that happen in a direction.
All right, fair enough. Your motion
I'm
tracker.
back.
All right. Yeah, so the client has arrived. She has, gone up the steps and inside.
Okay.
All right, so Odin, you kind of wait in the hall outside, the actual altar room. Odin, do you remember to take your shoes off?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And let it be known. Odin is in Soxies if it comes up.
If
All
anything else, I
outside is
have.
now difficult terrain.
No, it's not that bad, but I will remember.
I might need to replace these socks, and they're
Lego
probably
brick
not.
caltrops.
They're probably not they're not shitty socks.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, just it's like it's it's a template, so there's certain things to be done. But you're out there with your motion tracker, It's exactly like we're playing Alien Isolation right now. Just whoop, whoop, whoop.
Listen, if I get like one or something, it's more of just like I'm waiting to see if like there's. Cause, okay, I'm trying to see if like there's a bunch of dudes in a okay direction. You know.
You'd be looking for individual fast-moving objects or lots of targets. So yeah, you're posted up nearby inside. Jackrabbit is keeping an eye out from the roofs to any back entrances. There are probably some gaps in the fencing to walk from a nearby park or other properties to hop the fence into the actual shrine area.
Oh, also, I will be completely 100% blending in with the roof color.
Okay, you are chameleon skinned. Okay.
Yes, I do have chameleon skin.
Yeah, so you just, you go prone and then camo index goes up. And Wolf, you are, chilling in the shadow of a tree.
Yep.
I do kind of... I know this is not something I should care about, but I do kind of resent a little bit that it's referred to as chameleon skin, considering chameleons cannot do that.
Yes, but that is unfortunately what people call it.
Yes, unfortunately, society has...
Even though I do think in the note I actually explicitly mentioned mollusks.
Octopus, which are actually have camouflage
Yes, much
instead
more
of chameleon, who just get colorful when they get emotional. They're fucking mood rings, not ninjas.
But they look cool.
They do
And
look
they have
cool.
horns. But all right, okay. So in that case, outside squad for now. Go ahead and make me. Actually, I think most of you are keeping active watch. Go ahead and make me. Let's see. Hold on, let me double check. What agility are we with here? They're not really sneaking, but let's call it. Average perception checks. Now, you should normally add 2 black dice for concealment, as night falls. But those of you, if you are employing flashlights or other optics, you can remove those dice.
I can remove a black dice.
Yep.
So how many black die normally?
2.
Okay.
Because it's not pitch dark, but
And what is perception based off again? It's cunning.
cunning, yeah.
Well, that ain't the fucking worst.
I mean, at the very least, you have positioned yourself in a terrain position.
Yes, I am
you,
in a choke
you
point.
you literally cannot be approached without somebody giving it away. It's just a question of do you notice things early? Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. The team does not have a Leona who can see things. Okay, all right.
Wait, someone else gets to make a check.
It's true. You have a robot. What's his perception like?
What's his cunning?
Probably 1.
No, he might have 2.
It's true. He might
Actually,
have
wait.
2, but probably
Look at
1.
He definitely does not have 3 like me.
I get to add the bonus for the no, it's actually yes. Do I get to add the two blue from the motion tracker?
I mean, you would, but you're not rolling yet because you're
Oh,
inside.
fair enough. Fair enough.
This is the people who are out there. But yes, do keep that in mind when I eventually probably ask you to roll.
Oh, wow. He has 3 cunning.
Oh, he does have 3 cunning.
Yeah, just
But he
no
does not have any
actual perception. No.
Yeah.
So it's just 3 green. I will laugh if he succeeds.
An average check, not that bad. And he might have night vision.
Yeah, but it's also 2
No, he doesn't
black.
have night vision.
He does
Okay.
not have night vision.
I should let someone borrow my hunter goggles.
Possibly, yes.
Oh,
Nope.
no. Why?
He did fail the least.
But
I'll point that out.
He didn't roll any
has
success.
whiffed. Okay,
Q1
so
is,
you guys are
saucy tonight.
keeping eyes out, but I mean, I have a good explanation for why this is the way this is. Honestly, even Wolf, who you are used to working in the shadows, but you are obviously not necessarily a super expert at investigating and perceiving, keeping a
Yeah.
lookout. But for the rest of you, the main thing is just that this exact region of this neighborhood is a little odd because you're looking at very low ambient light. You've just got the street lights, which are actually down a hill slope away from you, or on the opposite block above you, and it's like early evening, so there are still like light pouring out from like those local businesses, but a lot of those are M&Ps, so they're closing up once it's dinner time, kind of a thing. So like the streets are actually kind of low ambient. It's a little cloudy overhead, not
I mean,
like
it
a
makes
full moon type
perfect sense for
situation.
it makes perfect sense for Jacksonville, this considering she is used to being doused in neon light.
Yeah, no, like it's actually like surprisingly calm and serene. Wolf, you can't really see because you're too far up the hill, but you do hear, with 3 advantages, you do hear outside a couple of electric motors running and pulling up. But from your position, you can't quite see what's going on because whoever has driven up has done so without headlights on.
Do I know which direction they are
It
at?
does sound like they're
or-
coming from the front street, yeah.
Okay.
And similarly with like 1 advantage, Jack, you're not like that's literally not where you're looking. You're not looking at the street entrance. You're looking at like the back and side yard to see if anybody's gonna hop the fence. There might be something coming from the street. You're not sure. You ask Robot to check, and he is just like, no hostiles detected.
Affirmative.
I have managed to stack 3 crates.
God damn. I need to get the
Bender,
robot some
please insert
personality.
girder.
I bet Al knows how to do the robot.
So then our main point of contention comes as Claymore. It becomes very obvious that a couple of sedans, have rolled up. 4 doors have popped open, and there's about half a dozen very obviously Quintados here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the usual blitzed out description. Most of them have their hair dyed or frosted blonde. They are covered in gold jewelry with synth diamonds studded everywhere, grills, shiny brass knuckles, gold jackets and stuff. And
Don't worry, I'm way ahead of you, Axe.
Okay.
there's they park illegally on the street corner, and they start sidling up, and one of them with his gold tinted baseball bat walks right up and says, "Huh? Well, this is the ugliest fucking Oni I've seen in a long time. Shouldn't there be 2 of you, huh?" Pops his collar a little.
It's Claymore, non-accusing Owen just looks down. It's all like, only one is needed to take care of the bunch of scraps like you.
Oh, is that how you want to play it, huh, big boy? Well, we're the Kintaros, and this is our neighborhood, so this is kind of like our shrine. And so
Oh my God.
I want to go inside and say hi to the kami. So he pokes at your shoulder with a bat, and it's like, "I'm gonna need you to get out the way, bruh."
That's all like.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh, good.
no, get what you said. Lucky's gonna roleplay here in a second, so get what you need.
Oh, if you want to role play, I'll hold back for a second.
Oh no, it's just I'm gonna do the Claymore thing.
These guys are probably getting punched.
No, I'm gonna give them 1 chance.
Fair enough. So Dallas, what is your question before we get into it?
I have an invention roll I would like to have made to prepare.
Okay, what are you trying to build?
Basically a modified gas grenade, essentially. Well, a more modified smoke grenade, I guess. Where instead of smoke, it is intense flashing lights and loud noises.
Oh, a strobe.
Yeah, basically. But like with the purpose to disorient.
Okay.
Could I have jury-rigged something like that?
Like a smoke grenade that has a
With
hazard
inventor.
effect.
Probably, yeah. You've got
Yeah.
inventor. You can make new things. Let's see. What's the difficulty on like a stun grenade normally? Because you're looking for basically like something that's kind of like that, but
Yeah. I'm basically just looking to make a customized stun grenade.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me I think it's like half. Like go ahead and roll me an average mechanics check with your inventor bonus.
Okay.
To see if you could cobble something
Now,
together.
if I fuck this roll up somehow, I'm gonna be very mad.
No, you got
We
it.
see,
Okay, no.
Okay. Yeah.
we see an explosion on the top of the building.
No. So if you're willing to scratch off 35 cred for just
Yeah.
scrap electronics, yeah, you got 2 successes. You got 2 of these things. They're not really gonna like deal damage per se the way you've described them, but
No.
anybody who is in the like immediate radius of these things is going to become disoriented. I will not
Yeah.
make you spend advantage. If you can throw them right or place them right, they are going to be disoriented
Okay.
because you've got like flashing lights, noisemakers, probably like little laser tracks and shit. Like it's gonna be a bad time for somebody's eyes and ears.
It's a rave in a can.
Essentially, yeah.
All right, so yes, you've got a couple of those in your pocket. All right, so Claymore,
So-
yes, this man is poking you with a baseball bat.
Claymore will just, reach up with like one, hand, grab the baseball bat, and just say, just loud but low. It's like, the Kami tonight are vengeful, and do not wish to be disturbed. If you leave now, you may leave with all your belongings, but if you take one step forward, you will keep your life, but I will take your goods, your dignity, and all your sense. So, do you want this fight?
All right, go ahead and roll me a easy Gaussian check. These guys do not have a lot of willpower.
Let's see here. G.
4 triumphs.
I wish.
I hope so. I wish to.
Let me double.
I hope it's either extremely successful or extremely failure.
No, it's extremely successful,
Mm-hmm.
but with a little bit of threat. Yeah. So this guy, I'm just gonna imagine, for the sake of role play, that Claymore just ratchets up the tension on his robo fist as this is going. And this aluminum bat just slowly crumples like it's a soda can as you do this speech. And this guy just goes, he turns to his guys, he's got, like I said, he's got like another, half a dozen guys with him. He just says, boys, the Kami are busy tonight. Yoshi, let's go to your favorite arcade. Yeah, you want to do some pachinko, cuz? Let's do some pachinko. All right. Just lets his bat drop, though it is very fucked.
Mm-hmm.
It is a baseball bat. You've bent it. Though I was thinking about it. I forgot to do it earlier. I am going to probably add like a heavy club, which will be like baseball bat or Kanabo, etc.
Oh, I love combos.
The guitar would have Kanabos.
Yeah. And also, I just realized there probably needs to be a two-handed club that's not a sledgehammer, but I'll get into that later. Beta testing. But yeah, and he just says, all right, thank you. Have a nice night. And then they just, the rest of them are a little confused because like some of them in the back probably didn't hear your speech because it sounded like you were giving the lead guy a little bit of a low talk.
Mm-hmm.
But like he's got sense. There is a giant angry robo man. And indeed, with that many success, the Kintaro are probably gonna start talking about the legend of the Oni that guards the gate type shit.
Oh,
like,
yes, perfect.
Yeah. They're just like, nope, we don't fuck with that guy. All right, let's bounce. So they jump in there, glitzed out, rizzed out cars, close all the doors, and drive away. Do they drive away at perhaps a faster speed rate than is safe? Yeah, maybe. But they're gone.
Yeah, there goes our side. There goes our side pay.
Yeah.
Oh no! Don't say that yet.
No. Like I said, this is just the first group. And I'm glad.
And you did get a threat.
Yeah.
So, probably another, I'd say 30 minutes later. Everybody outside, give me that perception check again.
Do I want to? No, I feel my luck is weird. I will switch to the dice roller. Believe in me, who believes in you. It's GGPP.
And there was no immediate effect of that one threat. That's why we're again so soon.
Okay.
Oh, I made it!
I did not make it. I got a single advantage. I'm trying to cut this out.
I got a single advantage as well.
Son of a bitch.
Let's see how Robot Man does.
All right.
Man,
I like how I did better despite having no bonus to any low light anything. Robot Man just got a threat.
Oh, yes, I got one advantage. I'm not gonna cut this out.
Your robot has been stacking, apple crates at the curbside to just look like he's doing something, and he knocks the stack over.
I'm trying to ignore
He's
him.
not programmed for depression, but if he was,
Who would do that?
you don't know.
Well, have you seen the new,
Robot
this is a
designers
tangent,
are-
but have you seen the new fucking Adam Sandler movie? Because there's that entire movie. There's just a depressed drone through the entire film.
I believe it.
Excuse me.
But yeah, so those of you who get one advantage, you guys hear heavier vehicles coming up, and the rumble of probably biofuel burning engines.
Oh.
Maybe a little bit of a backfire. Jack, you just happen to be looking over, like peeking, one of the roof aches. You're probably getting bored, you got to play Subway Surfers or something. And you
Oh, no.
indeed see these cars rolling up. The cars are somebody has brought two panel vans.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So yes, take one strain, Jack, as you realize that, like, oh, there's probably a lot of boys in those vans. But you are able to see this ahead of time, so you can let your friends know.
We have incoming big trucks. Looks like they brought more.
Claymore Rogues, quickly there. They coming to the front.
Yeah,
Are
they're
they?
coming on the front street.
Yeah, they're coming around your way.
Well, if you guys want to get in position, I'll give them the old greeting.
Yep. I'm gonna ready my noisemaker.
Roger that.
All right, so Claymore, you're looking down the street and pulling around to right up to the bottom of the steps. Two vans, once again, illegally curbside parking,
Son of a bitch.
and then doors come open, and I hopefully most of our audience and most of my players have either played a Like a Dragon game or seen a crime movie.
I played like 5 of those.
Sadly, I've not played a Like a Dragon game, but I've seen way too many crime movies. So
Yeah, so just van full of dudes, and these are actual, judging by their appearance, actual Yamabushikai hitters, like thugs.
Do they have axes?
No, they are not
Aw,
armed, but
sad.
they are wearing, suits with loud patterns, multiple watches. They're wearing AR glasses, which they take off and tuck away. Some of them were smoking in the van.
Mm-hmm. These are not thugs.
And so this time about a dozen of them have piled out of these two vans. And they have drivers who stay in the vans.
All right, I'm gonna let fly then.
Hold up, wait, no.
Oh,
Oh, you're gonna do. Oh, well, actually, no. I will not stop you.
well, okay. If you're not stopping me, then
Well, if
yeah,
you're not, if you
I'm-
just do it, I'm not gonna.
You would probably have to reposition yourself to throw this thing like at the bottom of the hill because they're still at the curbside.
Oh, okay. I thought they got right up to
No.
them. Never mind.
They go to the curbside. I described before. There is a stairway up to the main gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on like a slight incline hill.
Never mind. Man.
And Claymore, because you're the closest, unless Wolf wants to reposition himself to like look right down on the street there.
Yeah, Wolf is repositioning.
Okay, so the
Very
two of you
closer.
can see. He does get out, but does not rejoin his boys. But there is an individual that Wolf, you definitely recognize as Katsuro. He is older. Looks like he's in probably his early 40s. So he was already, probably a young man in org crime during the war. Slick back hair, about shoulder length. Wearing lots of like big blocky rings. Pristine like white suit. with very, very faint, like, gold or silver leaf that shows the image of, like, a rising, like, phoenix on his back. Big belt buckle. And he's wearing, like, a big, puffy, not puffy, but, like, big, heavy, overcoat that he's wearing, sleeves off, like a baller. And he's smoking up. And he just, like, stands on the street corner smoking under the street light and he doesn't even nod. He doesn't even say nothing to his boys. He just kind of, like, starts smoking, and they just know that's the moment. And yeah, Claymore, like, just probably going, like, 2 by 2s, a bunch of these boys go up. They are not gonna, like, stop to tell you to move. You can sense they are probably gonna try and immediately go to push you out of the way. So if you want to, like, push back or raise a hand or whatever, how would you like to approach this situation?
If they're trying to push past him,
you would also disorient Claymore at that close range.
Yeah.
So I want to see how Claymore thinks about this situation first.
These are, like, this is actual Yakuza. This ain't a bunch of this ain't a bunch of dumb kids. Nah,
no.
this is throw the first punch.
All right, sounds like we should roll initiative then.
Like I gave the Kintaros because they're just dumb kids, or the equivalent of. Nah, these are serious.
it's cool. This is cool, right?
Probably, yeah. You guys were aware this was coming.
Sweet.
Let me see. The question is, how many do I want to go?
Actually, I'm going to spend one to.
Actually, yeah. I'll do this.
I was ready.
You were ready, Jesus.
You're living for this shit.
I did okay.
All right.
Okay, Dallas has
Nothing?
cool also.
Yes, no, I have cool.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't have it as a thing, but I just got it.
All right. These guys are not expecting this robot man to try and punch them.
Well, wait, no. Can I please go first?
No.
Because I have something. Okay, fine.
I'm going to throw a fist after that.
You can go second.
Well, and then you might have a chance to disengage. So it's all 4 PC slots, then these 2 groups. So the way I'm breaking this up, I said that there are about a dozen of them. Obviously, the stairwell is not, like, that big. So we will start the fight with 2 groups of 3. Those are the, like, lead 6 or so guys.
Okay.
Depending on how the rest of the fight goes, I may just, like, replace the initiative slots with the guys in reserve. Or, I don't know, Claymore might just kick their asses so bad that they run away. We'll see.
I do have 2 fearsome.
Well, I guess the question is then, do you want to activate fearsome right at the gate? Because I was gonna say we're gonna start at engaged. If you would be waiting until punching range.
Yes. Please.
Okay.
Give them a average, I guess.
Average fear check.
Just a statue, just a statue. Not a statue, not a statue!
Sector not clear. All right. They roll 2 greens for this as well. Oh, I should put difficulty dice. Hold on. Reroll. Add. Pop. Okay, success with threat for them. Failure with advantage for the other. Okay, so
I am gonna get like a 3rd rank of fucking fearsome. I need people to run screaming from me.
Okay. All right, success with threat. That's adrenaline rush for that one group. They see this wheeling up and they're like, "Oh shit, it's a fight." And then I guess the other group just gets aversion. They are disoriented. They're just like, "Whoa, shit, not a statue." So that does mean, by the way, the lead group, the first group I rolled for who got that success, are starting the fight with 3 strain on one of their guys.
All right. But with that, Claymore is going to continue with his punch. Right. And do I want to aim before that? I have free maneuvers, and I really don't want to start anything on a strain train. No. I will. Yeah, I'll just punch. So average for melee range, engage range. Excuse me.
Yeah, no defense or nothing. These guys are just normal boys.
Oh, okay. That will
Right.
be 8 stun damage.
All right. Okay. So they soak 3 of that, so that's 5. So yeah, the first guy, comes up, in the lead. He's probably a bigger boy, though that's as much, maybe he's a little chubbier as well as he's a little muscler. He goes to reach up to just shove you, and you just meet him with a stunner to the chest. Bang! There's a whip crack, and he just flops onto the floor. Bumping into his other guys because obviously that, like I said, the first guy had some strain from your fearsome already, so there's a little bit of bleed over. And yeah, you took out one of the 2 guys in that, and they're trying not to stumble over him as they jump back. Take a just one threat. Take a strain. You're not quite wearing your new shock gloves right. You got a little bit of sparking, a little bit of contacting.
All right.
Makes your robo fingers tingle a little.
Yeah. I was worried about that. I do not have EMP hardening, so I am concerned. But from that, I will not actually disengage. Whatever happens, happens. But I will get into a defensive stance.
All right. So yeah, you tuck your elbows in and put up your dukes. All right.
That is my turn.
Another PC slot.
I would like to go.
Yep.
Because Claymore is already engaged, I will put the noisemakers back in my buckets. And I'm just gonna call in a robot on them.
All right. Yeah, that's basically your turn to call in your robot.
Can I see Can I see the leader?
Yeah.
Is he still smoking?
Yeah, he's
the robot's gonna run up and punch him in the face.
All right, that guy's not in this conflict yet, but you can probably get a surprise attempt in.
I mean, he's obviously the leader, I would assume, if this is like a crime movie.
Yeah, no, the robot can spot him.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna run up to him,
and he's going to use his what is it called again? Hold on, I have to look it up.
He's just using his punchy. It's his sparring gloves.
Yeah, sparring gloves.
All right, okay. That'll be an average check. This guy has 1 melee defense and his adversary 1, so put a red in there.
Okay.
He's not expecting to be punched, but he's a tough boy.
R and K. And I will give my robot a boost with my communication with him. Because I will essentially use my maneuver to aim for him. Yeah, this is all I'm going to be doing for my turn.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to Kinshasa him.
Okay.
Can you crit stun?
I mean, yeah, your gloves have if they have a crit reading, yes, they can crit.
Yeah, he can crit.
All right, what is your damage?
Damage is 6 plus bronze, so 9. Or is it just damage 6? I don't know.
Yeah, it's damage 6. It's not plus 6. It's already calculated.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense.
So it's 8 though, still, because it's 6 plus 2.
Yeah.
All right.
This is what my robot do.
God, I fucking opened the notepad, but I did not. All right, roll.
Sliding knee kick.
This guy wasn't really expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it to go that well either.
Oof.
The head injury there.
Yeah, he takes a flying robot knee. He slams back against the thing, and he, spits out his cigarette, spits out a mouthful of blood. And he's like, "Oi, boys, we got a wise guy over here." So at the end of this, I'm going to be rolling a lot more initiatives.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Anyway, okay. 2 more PC slots.
I'll go last.
All right. Wolf's gonna move in from where he was and pretty much engage the guys from the side, the guys that are advancing up the staircase. Probably just comes in low and like hamstrings one of them with an elbow or something, gets them on the ground.
Yeah. So you're gonna engage and
Yeah, engage and punch.
okay. Yep.
Would I have to
Leverage.
double move, or am I close enough to just single
No,
move?
you reposition. You can be there in a single movement.
All right.
Because like I said, these guys got all the way up to being like within touching range of Claymore.
Did they have defense?
No, they don't have
Okay.
defense. These guys are perfectly normal thugs. Since Claymore has beaten up one of them, you know that they've got 3 soak and 5 wounds.
Okay. All right. Well, that will be 7 damage. 2 threat.
Okay. Well, that is with their soak. That is just enough that that doesn't take out a guy, but that's most of his wounds. You come in low and punch one of them in the side of the leg. There's a little bit of a crack and a pop, and he just goes, "Dot!" Oh, actually, I should specify. Which group did you want to attack? The one that's only got 2 guys or the full strength guys?
The full strength guys.
Okay, yeah. So you come in from the other side, you know, as Claymore's knocking one of them over, punch one of them, like I said, in the side of the leg, and he's like, "Ah! Come out of the bushes, boss!" And so, yeah, that guy's not having a good time. However, he does not immediately go down, so now you are kind of, like, engaged, like, hopped over this, you know, like, outer fence with these guys. And you're kind of surrounded, so add a black die to whatever you do next,
Okay.
as you are kind of gummed up with this fight.
In a bad situation, bad positioning.
All right, Odin, it's you.
I'm going to take a maneuver to, I guess, step outside,
Yes.
and then I'm going to do field commander. I'm going to roll leadership check.
Go for it, yeah. These
There-
guys are all in seeing and hearing range.
Start
So,
getting
you know,
orders.
one of the sliding panel doors in the shrine slides open.
All right, let's see. That's just average. So,
Yes.
all right, perfect. Everyone can take 1 strain to do a maneuver.
If
I
you
have
so
4
choose.
presents up to 4 people. So technically, also you and your robot can do it separately.
I don't
That's a good one.
know if
You don't have
can
to. It's an
he
option.
use can he affect my robots?
It's
4
It's
allies.
an ally. Yeah.
It's up to allies by
Okay.
presence rating.
It's
Yeah.
technically an animal companion, but
Yeah. No. It is an ally. It has a stat block.
Okay.
It counts. So yeah.
gotcha.
You said it was
And
1
it's only a
strain?
maneuver. Yeah. It's 1 strain.
Okay. I will use that 1 strain to aim.
Also, I will use 2 of that boost to, I think, give a boost to Claymore.
My robot will use the strain. Or actually, can I use the strain for my robot to
No,
give
he
it a
takes the
maneuver?
strain to do the
Because I can use a maneuver to give it a maneuver.
No, that's
Okay.
I'll
Got
that's a
it.
little too complicated. He's Odin is
Okay.
targeting it with the ability because he can pick up to 4. So
Gotcha.
it can choose to spend the strain, and you can choose to spend the strain. Claymore, would you like to spend a strain to do any maneuvers?
I'm trying to. Sorry, I was trying
You
to
can-
think of. Yeah, I'll spend a strain. I'll strain, and I will aim as well. I will continue. I'll aim at the group I was already fighting.
Nice. And don't
robot
forget
will
you can
spend a
take-
drone. Sorry, he's not technically an android, even though he looks like an android.
He is a botman.
He will spend a strain. I don't know his strain threshold because he doesn't have one.
It just comes out of his wounds.
Oh, okay.
It's a rival.
Then he will spend a strain to enter a defensive stance.
Yep, he turtles up. All right, okay. Everybody's taking their maneuvers. Their strain.
Also, I knocked his what's his name down. I should say that I used the 2 advantage I had to knock
you
him down.
knock down. Fair enough. Yeah, makes sense.
Because
Okay.
he does have knockdown, so.
All right. If that's everybody has done their maneuvering and taken their accordion strain, unless Odin wants to spend another maneuver, that'll be it.
No, I'll grab a stun grenade in my next.
All right. Okay. We start with the NPC slots that already exist in this fight. So, we'll just go in order. Guys with Claymore will attempt to puncheth him. Claymore, you got any melee defense at this stage or no?
No, but I do have 1 defense from defensive stance. So 1 black.
Okay, yes. So.
Is this the group that's also disoriented, or this was the group that just took strain?
No, this is the group that you took a guy out. Because while you did scare that disoriented group, Wolf punched them most recently, so they're going to try and get him.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, yeah, so they just get 1 yellow because they're down a guy. They're 2s and everything, so it's just Yugra, Papa. 1 boost from the adrenaline rush. The setback from the defense. Yeah, I think that's all their other setbacks. Nah, I don't need them to aim. They got a adrenaline boost.
Nice.
No. One of them just punches you in the shoulder. It does nothing. It hurts his hand. Ah! What are you made of?
Metal.
All right.
Probably some kind of illegal titanium bicarbonate.
I think
I
there's
don't think it's
a
illegal.
I think there's a quote from the Terminator. My skeleton is made out of a duronium alloy.
All right. Okay. Wolf, you are being punched.
Yes.
Do you have any defense?
Yes, I have 1 defense.
Okay. And they're black. These guys want to aim. Yeah, they'll spend their maneuver to aim because they are also disoriented. Because they're very intimidated by Claymore, so we'll see how this works out. They do have an extra yellow, though, because they're still at 3 guys.
Yep.
Okay, failure, but with 3 advantage. 3 advantages. Ah. No, you're just using combat gloves, right? So you can't drop those. They'll spend the 3 to gain +1 melee defense until the end of their next turn.
Okay.
They fight defensively. Like they're still trying to surround you and like bob and weave and like they've got like their hands and arms up to kind of like wall you in, but are not yet actually able to like hit you. Okay, now I'm gonna roll some new initiatives.
Thanks, Dallas.
All right, so the 6 in reserve.
Hey, Loth, I have a request for you. Can you make a thing of Dallas literally kicking the crime hornet nest?
I mean, we were gonna have to fight them eventually anyway.
No, we wouldn't have.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jack doesn't know that.
I know. That's why I'm not being mad about it. But it's just one of those things. This is a situation of your making.
No, that is fair. This is.
So that doesn't actually beat anybody because PCs always win ties.
Well, hopefully they're going to swarm over his droid first.
Look, Jack thinks she's being helpful and does not realize this situation could have been resolved diplomatically.
Roll 2 more greens. Okay, so yeah, so those guys all just stack up with the rest of their boys because I think your lowest is also 2 success, 1 advantage. So, and as I said earlier, PCs always win ties for initiative. And now the man goes. And so.
What does the man go?
He is
Sorry.
completely surprised, so he does not get to roll his cool for this, which he would have. So he is instead going to roll his own
Mango time.
Just green on willpower.
Thank you.
Yep. No, he's. So the turn order now looks like this.
Man, I'm gonna have to start punching harder.
We're all in the biz. Okay, well, it is now the top of the round because those guys, were rolling to get into a fight. So basically, how this looks is because those 3 new initiative
Uncharted.
slots are getting added. At the bottom of the stairs around the vans, the boss is got pushed to the ground, blood on his lip and stuff. But his boys who are like halfway up the stairs turn around and start moving to dogpile this robot. So, as discussed, you do not have to fight all, 7 more men right away. But they are now like all actively in this conflict.
I added an off tank to our situation.
But anyway,
Okay.
I am going to go. I am going to
Yep.
do the punching.
You have
Might you-
pre-aimed, and you have a boost from advantages from.
Yeah, I'll trust the dice bot.
I mean, for 2 greens, he gave me great fucking.
I've
That's right,
had
still- there's-
almost like
I forgot. Ask Omega. Did they bring their own light sources?
No.
So everyone should be
you're
rolling
not
one
going to
black.
need to worry about light
No,
sources in a minute.
concealment doesn't apply to melee.
Okay.
That is also true.
They are, and also I should say, currently they're not slugging it up with like,
Guns.
literally they're barehanding you.
Okay. Then I do believe yes, that is everything. I don't think I have any setback dice then. No. Okay.
No, you shouldn't have any setback. Okay,
Well-
there we go.
I'm gonna crit.
All right, that's a guy out.
'Cause shot gloves are crit 5.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean, most of the stun weapons are.
and
But they
then
are exactly correct.
and then 7 damage stun.
Okay, I think one of them had like 1 wound after that last inter discussion. So yeah, you just basically like not quite armbar, but just like insert your arm in front of you and the guy who just punched you in the shoulder, and just rotate your arm out, and he flops into the bushes. And then you just shock uppercut the 3rd guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's Street Fighter, and he goes, ooh, ooh, ooh,
I appreciate the sound effects.
and bounces down a couple of steps, and that group is toast.
All right. I will move to engage with the next closest group.
All right, you hop halfway down the steps and start pressing in one of the groups from behind.
Yes,
All right,
that is me though.
Okay.
Okay, so for my action, I'm going to chuck a noisemaker at my robot.
your robot is down the hill, so that is still medium range. So
That's fine.
Grenade's only short.
yeah,
Is the
throwing
running
it
only
short.
short?
Yeah, grenades are all
Unless you've
short.
Grenadier.
Can I jump down to move closer?
Yeah, you I believe you've just taken strain to activate the parkour talent, but you can parkour.
Parkour! Yeah, I will jump off of the roof
Yeah.
like a rabbit.
You do one of those like cool parkour jumps where you like tuck your legs up and roll.
And in the middle, because it's a cinematic scene, you'll notice that one of Jack's legs glints silver.
A tiny little bit of moonlight coming through.
Yeah. And then I will launch the noisemaker at the basically at the groups that aren't with any of my teammates.
Yeah. You're aiming for the. Well, do you want to put it right
I'm-
next to your robot, or do you want to put it on one of the groups back there?
They
They haven't gotten a chance to act, so they're not necessarily 1-to-1. But
I'll put it on. Yeah, let's put it on the robot because it won't affect the robot.
I mean, yes, it will.
Oh,
He's
then
got
I'll
audio
I'll put it
sensors
on the
and eyes.
groups. I'll put it
Okay.
on the groups.
Then give me a just an easy ranged light check to throw.
Okay, what stat does that use?
Edge.
Okay, I thought so. I was like, not willpower.
You do have one black from the lights.
Yes, you do have one.
You're
black
you're not wrong, love. Just more rabbit-like. Where's Rabbit?
I love normal guys in like Kamen Rider and other tokusatsu shows who would just like do the like look at this guy like, whoa, what the fuck?
Joke's on you. That guy's a Martian god.
It'd be like
At least
The
I
that.
think
actors
like-
do a lot of
it
heavy
is.
lifting, I'm saying.
The choreographers are good at what they do.
Okay, success.
Well, no, you forgot the black die.
Oh, correct.
Concealment, it is dark. Reroll add.
Add kh. Oh, sa, right.
Nope, you need
Misspelled
two
reroll.
L's.
Look,
Is
I've
this
been
why
doing a
D1
paper-
hates us because we can't spell his fucking commands
I've
correctly?
been
mostly
doing-
callous.
I've been doing a paper in the background.
Okay, no.
Still
no,
a success.
Yeah. All right. So, the group that is not engaged with anybody and is getting close to your robot are disoriented. So one of the groups is disoriented as you hit them. That is not
And
the
then
one
I'm
that
going
Claymore
to
moved
take a
up to, by the way, so.
strain to use my other maneuver to control my robot.
All right.
And he's just going to punch the boss again. He's going to just double axe handle him.
All right. He is still prone, so you get a blue on this automatically.
He's. I get another blue
Uh,
because I'm operating a
Yeah.
machine.
You do take a black because last time you dropped into a guarded
Yeah.
stance.
The end of the start of your turn.
No, it's the end of your next turn.
Okay.
And I still have the red and black from
Yeah.
him.
He's got a defense
So
and an
it's-
adversary, but yeah, so it should be red, purple, black, but you get a lot. Yeah.
Oh, no, no dice this time.
And those blacks worked.
All right. Yeah, so you got 3 advantage. You can like increase your defense. He doesn't have any weapons, so you can't make him drop anything.
Can I recover 1 strain even though he doesn't have strain?
No, not really.
Even
It's
though I
'cause it-
specifically took the strain?
No, yeah, because it for rivals and minions it goes to their wound threshold because they don't.
Okay, then I will upgrade the next check. Let's go
have boost,
Wolf.
but yes. All right, Wolf, you've got a
Yeah,
boost.
I
on your next
boost
check.
to Wolf.
All right.
So you go for the double axe handle smash, and he just kind of like pretty expertly rolls out of the way, and you just, take out one of the headlights of this van. Psh, plastic goes everywhere. Wolf, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. So let's see.
Also, by the way, one of the noisemaker party favors has been thrown. So like, there's fucking strobe lights, and there's
Oh, it's dubstep.
Oh,
It is
there's-
heavy
Yeah, I'm about to
industrial
say.
dubstep.
There's
You can
a-
feel it in your chest.
There's a brief communication from Wolf Cybercom saying, my eyes."
Sorry.
Let's see.
Yeah, Claymore, you're not in the disorient range of this thing, but you are closer to it, so it's a little loud.
Flashbang.
I don't know. Claymore
Look.
might like dubstep. I don't know what he's up about.
Whoa! You're accusing me of being a support DPS. I resent that effect. That accusation so much.
I mean, I feel like the class that most fits technically what you're doing is probably Summoner.
Also, you don't get to talk. You haven't logged
Yes.
into 14 in months.
I lucky I'm getting my computer back literally Wednesday 8th night.
Dallas, you've told me this several times.
It's
was
during
that just a punch?
Hanukkah.
Was that just a punch man?
Hanukkah
Yeah, that was
ended
the
2 days ago,
probably
man.
the same guy that I punched before. Kind of try and take him
Okay.
out.
Oh right.
What's your
Uh,
That
dodge
was
here?
sick.
5 damage.
Okay. You've successfully punched that guy. He's out. So they have 3 soak. Yeah, so he had like 1 wound left. So he goes down. Boo! Flops over as you just, go from a lowest strike to just, fucking tap him on the jaw. He falls over, and kind of like bumps into one of his buddies as well. And you got 2 advantages.
I'll give a blue to Claymore's next action.
I've got your back, Claymore.
Woo!
All right, okay. Odin.
All right. What's the situation right now? We got still got a group around Claymore, still a group around Wolf.
Well, so the first group Claymore was fighting is down. Claymore has
Okay.
pushed up to another group, and there is 2 guys left on Wolf.
Yeah.
He has just knocked out one of them.
Wait, aren't they engaged with the same group?
Nope.
Oh,
There were
right.
2
Okay,
guys
so
up
we've got then we have all groups covered, right?
I mean, kind of, yeah. You've disoriented one of them, but
Yeah.
They'll
One's,
still-
dis-
The question
well,
is,
one's
like-
disoriented, one's got Wolf, and one's got Claymore.
Would you rather do Field Commander, or do I? Because I don't feel good throwing a Sun Grenade into a group you guys are engaged with.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, they are a minion group, so you don't have to activate Blast, but it would probably still narrative-wise be a little rude to put a flashbang
Yes.
in there.
So. I think I'll move to at least be even short of Claymore and Wolf,
Yeah, you step off the outer veranda, move up. You can see
just
Claymore,
so
Wolf,
I
and the
can
boys.
keep them covered. That's how that works.
There is technically that one group who are being, noisemakered.
How far away are they from here?
They'd be at short because they're still at because you.
I'll
moved up,
toss
they're
the grenade at them.
They're roughly in parallel with Claymore, but they are a different group. So yeah, you can get them.
Alright,
They don't have
yeah.
any defense or anything, so just another easy pitch. Don't forget your black die for concealment. Actually, no, they're in the middle of a giant laser light show. There's no concealment on them. You can see them very clearly.
Yeah.
They're very well lit.
I was about to say, it's like, I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
they're concealed at this point.
I brought it up, then I was like, wait, no,
I put a kind of a target marker on them.
they're very easy to identify. Actually.
I got success advantage.
Okay, all right. Damage on a stun grenade is what, 8?
8. Yeah, so that'd be 9 stun.
Yep. Okay.
No blast.
I have 3 soaks, so that's 6. So yeah. You just put in there, and then you put an actual flashbang. They are completely confused, and then there is, the concussion, the very bright flash. You can see at least one of them just slump over, and the other 2 are just kind of rattling around, like trying to fish their sunglasses out of their jackets. Son of a bitch! I can't see shit.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay, now a bunch of them get to go.
Yo.
All right, so the 2 on Wolf will punch Wolf. So they got 1 yellow, 2 purples. Do you have a defense
Yeah, 1 defense.
still? Yeah, okay.
I have it from my armor.
Armor is good. They will aim this time, and I don't think these guys have any other. No, wait, they're disoriented for the whole encounter because they're that group of feared. So yeah, it's still SS Buck. Punch. Well, okay. Jiminy Crimbo. All right, so they're gonna do like. Yeah, no. So that's going to be 3 plus 3. Yeah, so that's 6 damage total.
All right. Take 2 wounds.
Yeah. You get bashed with, hands, fists, maybe some brass knucks in there. And then they have 5 threat.
Is 5 enough to take one out from strain?
Yeah, I know.
So literally, like, Wolf takes the punch and then just kind of grabs the arm and, like, falls to the ground, like, driving both knees up into the chest.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. So you one of them hits you, and then you just turn it into a counter throw and just
you do the punch into submission move.
Yeah, and he's just outsies, wiped out on the floor. All right, so there's 1 guy left in that group. The new group. Oh, actually, I forgot to ask. Claymore, you engaged with some new boys.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you
Oh.
engaged some new guys. Remember, you knocked out your group and charged up.
Yeah, I thought the group I charged up into was one that I already feared. Are they?
No, that would because the only group we left would be Wolf's group.
Oh, okay.
Handled. So yeah, no, you're moving down the steps. So
Yes, then I would like to give them the fear.
All right. Well, first they'll have to roll the go pup.
That's a lot of failure, but
All right,
also a
that'll
lot of
be-
advantage. I cry.
Yeah.
A lot of strain.
That's a lot of
Nope.
everything.
They
except for
only take
success.
strain on the threat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want some failure with threat, but I'm not getting it.
Yeah. No. So these guys are now also indefinitely disoriented,
Lucky,
which
I wish
matters
I could help
because
you.
they are about to try and punch you.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Dallas?
I said I wish I could try to help you. That seems to be all I can roll in this game.
All right. So they have one setback for being disoriented. Claymore, you don't have any defenses normally, right?
No.
Or no, you do. You talent.
The
You
what?
said. No, you defensive stance earlier. That's right.
No, I
Sorry.
did not read defensive stance because I'm.
Yeah. So
second
no,
move.
it's just the one.
Yeah.
They want to try and aim at you. Yeah, you're a big scary guy. They're not gonna go anywhere. They'll attempt to aim. Okay, no, they won't hit you. They will spend those 2 advantages to give you a black die. They're basically just like they have no idea what's happening. Their buddies next to them have been like double flashbanged. You just knocked out like 3 guys in like
And a robot
than a minute.
fucking super kicked their boss.
Yeah, their boss is being attacked, and they were trying to turn around to deal with that. Some dude came out of the shrubbery and is like doing fucking hammer blows to legs and fucking side throws and shit. They don't know what's going on, but they are big and beefy enough that they can like kind of like lock their knees and kind of like block you up and be like, "Hey, whoa, where you going? Huh? What's going on here? Eh?
Zug zug.
Zug, zug.
All right. Now for the disoriented group.
Oh, these poor.
They are
men.
going to try. They're going to spend their maneuver to stumble out of range of the noisemaker. And I think that's all they're going to do. They're going to stumble back down to the vans and like blink their eyes and try and be out of the radius. Also, one of them got flashbanged literally with a stun grenade. So that's it for them. Now it's time for the boss. Ito stands up as his maneuver, and he is going to reach and throw off his big coat. He is then going to throw off his suit jacket.
Oh, this is a like a dragon character.
No,
Yes.
like, oh no,
Um,
this is an important person.
Under his suit jacket, it is now revealed as he squares up the robot that he is wearing a exogear. So he has like extra exoskeleton levels and a little power backpack, enhancing his punches. And he's gonna, through blood in his teeth, look at your robot and square up and say, "All right, been a little while since I had a sparring partner." He's gonna, put a little spring in his step, get on his feet, and he's going to start punching your robot.
No.
Your robot does have some melee defense, right?
I don't believe so. He does have a pretty good soak.
He's
though.
still compromised though.
He is compromised.
No,
yes.
he does. He is in a defensive stance.
Okay, so yeah,
So he
gets
does have
defense.
melee.
That
Guarded
Let me
stance.
see if he has any natural
that
one.
guarded. Defense is the talent. Blah, 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 dummy. No, he's got 2 melee defense.
Oh, so yeah, he has 3 melee defense.
Okay,
Right now.
all right. So this guy's gonna activate his brawl pool. So, do some of those. And then, yeah, so it's Papa. Actually, no, extra puck because he's compromised. 3 setback total because he's still in guarded stance. And what is the addition of the exogear? Okay, it's linked and has stun 4, but no other features. And you have to stand up, so he doesn't want to take any extra on that. So
Wow.
yeah, no. Your robot buddy just puts up its sparring gloves and just takes him on the chin. Bum bum bum. He does a couple basic combos to get in there and can't get through the defense. All right, top of the round, PC slot.
I will continue punching, I suppose.
Fair enough.
I gave you a blue die.
Thank you kindly. I'll spend my maneuver to aim.
Yep.
I have a black, yes. That'll be 9 damage. Stun damage. Another threat.
All right, take another strain. Still haven't quite fixed that loose contact plate. But 9. Okay, so they got 3 soaks. So that'll be 6. These guys, yeah, you just moved up to the last time. You didn't have time to punch them yet, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you just deck a guy again, and he just goes down like a sack full of fish because you are using shock gloves, and that's what they do. And he does like bump into his buddies as he goes down. And yeah, that's that.
That's me. It's not fancy, but it's honest
It's
work.
effective.
It's working.
Take a step, punch a dude.
Oh, no.
All right. Wolf next. Jack next. Who wants to go in there?
I'll go. Do you want to go, Wolf?
I mean, you can go. I figure we have
Alright,
kind
sure.
of our order going, so it's no problem.
So I'm gonna use my. Can you turn an action into a maneuver?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will use my maneuver to. I will basically go to the front of the door where Odin is.
Yeah.
And draw my wrench, and then just kind of like stay there, just in case. And then I'll basically use my action, turn it into a maneuver to have my robot engage in fisticuffs with this gentleman.
All right. He is standing up, so you don't add that boost die.
But I still add my boost die for him being a robot.
Yep, you are directing him to do stuff.
Actually, I'll overclock this, which is going to cause him a rank of damage at the end of the encounter. And that adds a...
Overclocking. Check using a piece of equipment. Yeah, you can add success advantage to that.
Yep.
Actually, no, that does not. Actually, no. Yeah, it says part of a vehicle. I can count that as a drone. So he'd take 2 system strain, or take 2 strain,
2
which would be 2
damage,
wounds instead. Yeah,
essentially.
because it is not damaged step. But yeah, you get a success advantage on that.
Yep.
You push the little button in your wireless interface that says overclock.
Yeah.
You know,
and
you do like
his normally like clear plastic body will start glowing with neon pink light.
Safety limiters removed.
Um,
was
The
important.
pink light, my eyes.
I mean,
mattered.
I'll definitely knock him down.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'll give a blue dice to Wolf
That's
again.
fair. Yep.
Mhm.
What was your damage? 6? Yeah, so that'll be
Yes, 7 total.
7 total. He's got 4 soaks, so he takes another 3 wounds. He is a rival, so it's all one.
These are stun wounds, just
That's fair.
to say.
But yeah, he's only got 1 pool, so he is a rivale. He is not quite at halfway through, but he's getting there. Considering you're punching him, that's pretty good. Yeah, so your robot goes into overclock, drops its guard, and is suddenly moving much faster and gets in with like a couple of body shot blows. Takes him to the ground again. Boom, boom. Ugh. Damn, I gotta start hitting the gym again.
I
Starts
have
yelling
to say
out,
this.
"Hey, where you
Do
sons
you
of
need
bitches?"
sparring assistance? Because my drone is a repurposed sparring droid.
Yeah. He probably like tries to look at what his guys are doing and is like, "Hey, where the fuck are you boys at?" And he sees that, 2 of them have like stumbled drunkenly back to the van and are trying to like just see straight. And then there's at least half a dozen of these guys on the floor now, I think. It's not going well.
No.
He's had better days. Okay. Well, Wolf, you have chosen to go next, so.
Yep. Yeah, I'll just only got the one guy left, so it's like kind of picking apart his defenses. The 3 of them couldn't do anything to me, really, so
Yeah.
This guy's screwed. And then I miss, so
That's a lot of advantage,
Yes.
though.
Little
Jesus.
did you know this
Yeah.
one was trained.
Well, if I had just gotten one, I would have been able to crit, but oh well.
No,
Give me
you
5
cannot hit
blue.
him.
Give me 5 blue.
So you can do your.
What I'll do is I will give Claymore another boost dice again, and I will. What's can I do? I guess I'll also give Jack's robot a boost.
Alright.
And then recover 1 strain.
Okay. Yeah, so you just do like, I mean, it looks really cool, but basically you just have a little kung fu interlude with this guy. You know, you throw a couple punches, he blocks, he like tries to counter, you block, you know, and just kind of pop, 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 pop.
Just kind of guide him around, have him bumping and interfering with the other combat's going on. All right, I'm done.
All right. Odin.
I guess we'll give everyone a maneuver, honestly. Just gonna do that again.
Attempt to field command.
If I had improved, I could give someone an action there, but no. But I can
Not
use
yet.
that too. No. That's tier 4 though, so that takes a bit. I'm
That's
going.
only on
Okay,
there.
everyone can spend 1 strain to take a maneuver. I'm going to give an upgrade to Claymore, and I'm going to give a boost to Wolf.
An upgrade to me, Jesus.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, what else was to try it for?
You're also
Right.
I think you are the most effective. Like I think every single attack
Yeah.
you have knocked out at least one guy.
Okay, fair.
We need to get
You
Claymore down to
are the
street
most
level so he
heavy.
could just clothesline the boss.
Then I will strain to aim for the maneuver.
All right. Anybody else? Any other maneuver takers?
Can you heal strain as a maneuver?
No.
No,
You
I'm
can
already
take strain
at
against
3
maneuver.
out of 11. I want to maybe recover something before I.
Yeah, I'm gonna not, because
You can
there's
choose to
not really
pass.
much I could do.
I will pass.
Yeah, I figured I just recovered the 1 strain I'd used the last time I did it, so
Yeah, no, fair.
I'll just go in
Oh, yeah.
defensive stance then.
guarded
Or
stance.
go guard stance. Sorry.
Yep, we remembered.
I caught it like as I was with the tongue.
Yeah, no problem. Just defensive stance is the talent.
Right.
Yes, it is slightly confusing.
I mean, I got
We need to
like
get
calf.
We need to
Yeah.
get Coach Odin a
I have
Gatorade
calf.
to start
I
passing out.
I did get more calf, but yeah, it's just like
I'm just thinking like other things you could do is you could just like take actions, just run through and be like, here, drink up, do better.
it's like here, espresso shot, 5-hour energy.
All right, okay. It is now the NPC line. I still have several minion groups left. I think the lone one with Wolf is going to disengage from Wolf, and then he's going to spend his maneuver to basically move down the rest of the way down the hill and rejoin the 2 flashbang disoriented guys, taking them back up to 3 minions. But that's going to be his entire turn and
Okay.
probably their entire turn to like goop back together. That means the 2 on Claymore will attempt to hit Claymore. Yeah, they're down to
This is
1
an
yellow.
unwise decision.
He has no defense. They'll aim. And no, yeah, these guys failed, so they are disoriented. They failed the fear check. So it's 1 sa 1 ba because they're aim. I think that's everything. My God, a single point of success. So that will be a whole total of a complete total of 4 damage.
That does not get through Claymore suck.
That doesn't even get through my basic soak. I could be butt
Really?
naked and take that.
That doesn't even
Yeah,
get
no.
through wolf soak.
No, I mean they're just using, like I
Yeah,
said, they're
that's-
using bare hand or brass knuck. So yeah, no. One of
Yeah.
them actually gets the shot. He goes in, he punches you right in the side of the head, and just Claymore doesn't move.
Oh no.
What? Just kind of goes, what? What's this fucking Terminator shit, man?
You say that.
didn't sign up
I'm
for
looking
this.
like, this is probably a good one.
Yeah, this is much more RoboCop.
Actually, you're probably right. Let me see if I can find a good RoboCop gif.
RoboCop but faster, which just makes it scarier.
I think the slang would probably be Terminator, but because you're not like suited up like a guy. But yeah, you're very RoboCop right now. These guys
Question.
probably should have brought their guns or
Should I
their
terminate
katanas,
this
but
one?
they were just expecting to have a little have a run around with some fellow hired goons and have a little professional conversation with a former colleague, not bonketh everybody. I'm glad the RoboCop games seem to come out as like a solid like AA.
Yeah, no, I hear it's good.
Like it's not like amazing or anything, but it functions and it seems fun.
I mean,
Check it out sometime.
considering most licensed games are not, well, at least movie licensed games are not great.
It seems to have been made from a place of love for RoboCop, which is probably fair because most of the people working on it were probably born after RoboCop. Anyway, we're not here to talk about RoboCop, the video game. But yeah, so that was the group. So they punch. They're very concerned. It's
There's
the boss
much
time.
Robo, but no cop.
He's going to once again stand up. He's going to attempt to punch that guy. Your drone did not do a defensive stance, I don't think, so you just got the 2 defense.
He's got the 2.
But you did knock him down, so he can't, aim because he really needs those fucking wounds, but we'll see. Nope. He's just, working his fucking exogear limbs, repeatedly, and it's not working. This is a sparring robot. He is made for this. Stop blocking, you piece of shit. Bum, 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 bum.
Then how will you improve?
That's pretty good.
Okay, all right. That's everybody. It is top of the round again.
I'm gonna get on with punching.
Yep.
There's 2 guys left in this group.
Yes.
All right. I do not have a black this time.
Upgraded.
Yes, I am upgraded, and I have a blue, I believe. I'll spend maneuver to aim. I do believe that's all. Son of a bitch.
Well, you can heal that strain you're looking for.
Yeah, I am gonna heal that strain. Let me see here. I have 3 strain and 2. Sorry, I am just trying to think.
It's okay. The combat got a little goopier than I was planning on it.
Yeah, but no, I'll just heal 3 strain and I'll pass a blue to whoever goes next.
All right, yeah. You're just kind of like not even trying, Claymore. Like you just kind of like push that guy's hand away and like you throw a couple of punches, but obviously you're just kind of giving yourself some breathing room. As you've discovered that like these guys have to like succeed well to actually hurt you. You don't think it's impossible for them to hurt you, but they're gonna need to get some really good shots in. Okay, all right. Well, speaking of whoever goes next, who goes next? There are technically only 2 minion groups left because one of them, regroupled.
You go with your robot?
Yeah, I'll go with my robot. I mean, he'll do the same thing. But he will aim this time because he can. So 2 blue, 2 black, 1 red, 1 purple. RP. Oh, no, I have to put the B's before.
I mean, you don't actually have to. It'll sort for you.
Oh!
Nope, son of a bitch. Here we are.
Well,
double, holy shit.
I'm not double critting because
that's a little bit of a waste of triumphs. That's just for a
yeah,
+10.
it's gonna knock. I'm gonna knock down crit.
Okay.
I feel
all
like
right.
that's
Roll.
a lot
Well,
better.
okay. Let's see. What's your damage? 7 again. Takes another 3. He is at 10, and I can safely say that's 10 out of 16 wounds because you're over half. All right, roll a plus 10 crit because he already has a crit.
That's about right.
Another head hit.
Yeah, just I feel like just a 1-2 like haymaker, like boom from the one, and then he's reeling back, boom the other, and he goes to the ground again.
No, I feel like I punch him into the truck.
Oh yeah, and he like
And he
bounces
just
off the hood of the van
yeah.
and rolls to the ground.
Warning, concussion detected.
Oh, you are so lucky I didn't bring the big shit for this. Spits more blood on the floor.
Affirmative.
All right, okay.
Jack
That's
is just
all.
like, oh my god.
All right. And anything do you want to do, Jacqueline, or are you just gonna, continue to be posted up next to Odin?
No, I don't have the strain to spare.
Yep. Okay.
I'm at, like,
Wolf
5.
then, I presume, because Odin is just chilling.
Yep. So let's see. We still just got one group of minions, and then one with Claymore, and then the boss with the droid, right?
Yeah. There's one free group of minions that's back up to 3 strength. They are all the way down at the bottom of the stairs.
All right. All advance on the unoccupied group.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and quick draw my blade as I do.
Okay.
Not because I'm going to use it, but I'm going to get a higher defense off of it. So
Yep, you can fight that way.
holding like a back rip, and then I will engage them with combat glove.
Yep. One of them probably has just enough time to like wipe his eyes and see that you've drawn a sword and be like, "Oh, that's just not fair, bruh. That's just not fair, big bro." And then he's probably gonna get punched in the face.
You do have the vehicle right there. Run away before I cut you.
Gonna cut you. I feel like the conversation there would be something like, "Okay, but my boss is getting beat up by a robot. Okay, I can't abandon him, man. I got my honor."
And my limbs.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got
yeah,
punched
this guy's
out.
gonna get punched, yeah. All right. And what's your damage total?
It would
Crit.
be 6.
6. Okay.
And I'll recover the strain from.
Yep. So let's see. They have 3 soak, so they take 3 wounds, but you do crit. So yeah. I think you just punch out that one guy who said it's not fair, and you just punch him unconscious into the back of the van because the side doors are open, and just he crumples into a heap. Probably like catch one of the other guys with like, you give him a pommel strike with your blade to get some space. Okay.
And then I kind of holding my blade out towards them, so like, oh yeah, you can punch me with my blade.
Yeah, I know. You interpose the blade between yourself and them, and they're just like, "Shit, dude, what do we do?"
All right,
Okay, Odin, you are last man.
I'm gonna move to make sure I'm in short of. Actually, what's the difference now? Like, there's 1 dude left with Wolf and 2 left with Claymore.
I think it's the other way around.
Okay, right.
Actually, no,
No.
Claymore missed. So there's still 2 dudes on Claymore and
Yeah,
2
it's
dudes on
2
Wolf
and
now.
1 on
All right,
1.
I'll make sure I'm in short of all of them. And I'm going to. Okay, yeah, that does not help anyone. I guess I'll move into punch a guy. That's not going to do much at all against.
You would have to take 2 maneuvers because remember,
Yeah, true.
Wolf and Claymore are like walking down the steps to these guys.
All right then. If no one's going to do field commander, I'll just end my turn.
That's fair. You just move up. Keep it inside
Yeah.
there. Okay. No, I think everybody's getting a little towards the end of their strain. All right. Okay, that's everybody. Let's see.
Unfortunately,
Boss is over
Jack
half.
cannot do much herself in a combat setting, so.
He's gonna stand up. There's a robot on him. He's gonna look around. He's gonna see that like over half his guys are down. I did say before that there are still drivers in the vans.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, this guy's supposed to be an LT. He's supposed to not be a dummy. He's gonna like disengage from your bot and basically like, you know, roll up off the ground, kip up, and push him away, and basically be like, "Fuck it, man." He's gonna like grab the running board of the van and say, "Pile in, bozos. We'll pick up the rest of the boys at the hospital." He's gonna call up to like where Wolf and Claymore are. All right, you guys won this round. Nishikawa got some good guys, but you tell her this ain't over yet. And then the drivers will drive away. Your robot probably has to like backpedal off the street to not get run over. So the combat is over. You guys can roll to recover strain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start and the people down for their shit. It's like fuck
you
it,
guys
we're here.
are left with. Let's see. There was a dozen, and 4 of them ran away. So there are 8 unconscious guys on the ground. And also one of the vans was abandoned.
I'll spike.
The driver just would have, rather than drive away an empty van, would have just like popped out and like jumped in the back of the other van.
I'm claiming that van. Or do you want to claim the van?
No, you can have the van. I'll just, remain homeless. That's fine.
No, you can have the van.
Nah. But
clearly it's Wolf's van because he's the first one who gets to touch it.
I mean, I can't fault those rules. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go touch all the other 8 guys then. Touchies.
Hey, I was touching. I was looting this guy.
Technically, X did say he was gonna rifle their pockets first.
Well, too bad. He's still at the fucking temple. I'm here.
Okay,
I'm leaving the guys at the top of the stairs. You're leaving the guys at the bottom of the stairs.
My robot
I'm pretty
is claiming
sure
the van.
those ones he. Well,
it doesn't matter.
Claymore punched first. He touched them first. So
true.
I feel like by my robot beating the shit out of the lieutenant, he gets ownership of the van. not me, my robot specifically.
Man, I'm just imagining like a video series of my robot in his van and some shit.
I mean, if I take my ride, I could technically make my robot have the benefits of it.
Wow. Okay, these guys are fucking loaded tonight. Between the 8 guys, you find 497 in loose change and cred coin.
Cool.
Why would they raid us with that much? Okay.
They are Yakuza.
The Yakuza. They have spending money.
I mean, you can see the ratio, right? Like one guy only had 27. That one fucker with 95, though. What was he doing?
What?
He's probably gonna go like.
he was
betting
better at
something.
cars than the other one.
Yeah, I guess. They
My
just
robot
have
will drive up with the van.
the only other thing they're carrying, besides probably they have some holophones of their own. If you guys really care.
I don't.
And honestly, only a couple of them have, because like I said, they are going on a raid. The only thing they're carrying is they have brass knucks, which are mechanically the exact same as combat gloves.
Jack would like one pair of brass knuckles to replace her combat gloves.
That can easily be arranged.
Yeah.
And these guys are all like electrified, stunned, bruised. Some of them are straight up knocked out. How would you guys want to handle these guys? Because I know Odin doesn't have enough zip cuffs. Do you want to just let him like sober up and stumble home?
I was gonna pile them in the back of the van and then drive them to the nearest like med center.
Okay, you could dump them at a clinic.
I mean, we could do that, or we could just, like do the emergency services on their phones and have them come pick them up and charge them for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
It's Pablo at the bottom of the stairs.
Take them a little further away from the shrine.
Fair
Like
enough.
a block
Yeah,
away, maybe.
I also just don't want them to try and take their van back. So, hey, Sparky, drive this back home. Do not crash. If you crash, I will break you.
Is he designed to drive, Usagi?
I mean,
I
he
am
has
not
a
rated
passive
for.
learning.
I am not rated for vans, but I will try.
As long as he doesn't do anything stupid, which he won't. He's a good boy.
Between the drone and the van, you probably have enough auto nav that it can like go to a GPS point and park.
Yeah, it's just going to the high res.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't understand. This robot is eventually becoming Chappie. I have already planned this.
Yep.
It will look like a
also, I
rapid
think the
demon.
125 share for Claymore is good. One, because Claymore is the most broken. Two, because I think he did knock out the most guys.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Not by a lot, but. All right. Okay. So, you guys have you all rolled to recover your strain?
I do believe with my last roll, I have no strain to recover, and I took no damage. I am right as rain. The Suzaku scientist telemetry is going nuts right now.
What
Yeah.
do we roll for strain again?
Discipline or cool, I believe.
Yes.
Okay,
Or whatever
cool it
skill you
is.
have that you do something else.
Cool
Yeah, there are
is
substitution
definitely
skills, but I don't think Jacqueline is at one with nature.
Fair.
no.
That's real cool. Did I get?
Looting
I
body.
recovered some strain.
I could definitely see a talent that lets you roll cybernetics to recover strain. If you're a cyborg.
Be an interesting one.
Jacqueline still looks slightly insomniated, but she's slightly better. I only have 3 strain now.
You get that girl some calf, or light up.
No, she is definitely the calf type. Not because she has a problem with recreational drug use, but
How old is Jack?
because she just wants uppers more than downers. She's 17.
Oh boy.
Would Claymore care? Nah, not really.
Well, she's
Don't-
also
don't
not
tell-
going to do any hard drugs because she isn't silly.
She needs her neurons to work. Damn it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty
Don't
sure
tell
it
Odin
just
how old you
means
are.
that we're all an accessory to corrupting a minor, but oh well.
Don't tell Odin. He has a
Yeah.
cast.
care.
This is Chappie Law.
Yeah, that Chappie with an IE.
Fucking. I still can't believe they put Diane Antwoord in that fucking movie. It's
It's so bizarre.
it's so bizarre.
I mean, it's South Africa stuff. The movie's literally called Chappie Loth.
It's called Chappie. It's about a robot rabbit thing.
Sorry, that's just that's just texts you can hear.
Fuck. Anyway.
All right, okay.
Claymore returns to being the Oni at the gate.
Yeah.
Yep. Take
I
up guard
think I want to.
positions.
Yeah, we're past 3 hours. I think this is a good time to call it in. I do want to leave you with a little cliffhanger because the job's not quite over. Odin, as you return to the inner of the temple, as you would to take your post, your motion tracker very briefly beeps. Put it. You got one fast mover inside.
Oh shit.
If you slide the door open dramatically, and you see in the inner temple as Nishikawa is sitting there, hands clasped. There are 2, priests standing over her shoulders, maybe muttering some mantras. That a guy in his own, white hakama pants, probably off gray, comes along, and you hear the shing and the glittering of steel as he draws a katana, and that's where we'll cliffhanger.
Walking ninjas.
Let's call that. I mean, that was a lot of extra dudes, and I wasn't sure how that was going to go. Let's call that a 20.
Oh, nice.
That went way
You
better
guys
than I thought it
skipped
would.
straight to the boss fight and got in there. Yeah. Mostly because you guys kept fucking that guy's action economy, but...
My robot was way more effective than I thought he would be.
With
I
punching,
expected
yeah.
him to get broken.
Well, you guys did good CC to, quagmire everybody. He managed to draw aggro from the boss. But Mr. Ito is going to remember this encounter.
Oh, so that's 20 XP?
Yeah.
Okay.
20 XP. The job's not technically over because you haven't been paid yet, but we're in a good position. And, help everybody vibed. I was a little worried about throwing that many dudes at you, but I think that even with them being pretty average, you guys are veteran characters, so it worked out.
I think it also helped because we could funnel them. Because I have a feeling me and Axe aren't as rated for combat as these two are.
I'm okay for combat with heavy weapons, just for non-lethal now.
No, I'm more
How
meant
good are you
on
at
the
taking
defensive
hits?
size.
Yeah.
Below
You got good armor.
average. I got
Yeah,
force
pretty
soak.
normal. Yeah,
I-
you better
I can
understand.
take
I am decent only because I have an acceptable bronze score, but I do not have any armor.
Should I take field commander improved now?
Does that require triumphs to give actions?
It does, but it also makes it where I can do up to 8 people.
I mean, that's good. That still might not. It might not yet be time for that.
Yeah, I might as well. I guess I might as well take some of the things and go.
Right. Okay. That was a cool time. Let's pack it up.
I have learned I really like playing summoners, but only if they summon exactly one thing.
Yeah, the action economy doesn't get fucked. All right. That'll be, I think, it for us tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. I have